I think they merged into Activision, and Activision dropped their asses. So I guess anything Activision makes is just uh, is it is what it is. I guess, you know. Let's get the timer started. Where's that? But I figured, hey, why not have some fun with the After Dark mode? And, you know, it's so slow at work. I'm going to probably do this for the next few weeks on Saturday nights, do like a planned, unplanned, unscheduled stream. So those who follow the channel, you know, hey, just keep an eye out for it so you don't lose your precious streak. But I figured, hey, why not do some Shannara, play this through, and I think after I'm done with this, I'll check out the Need for Speed Payback game. We'll do something modern for once. I haven't played this point-and-click adventure in forever in a day, and it's still giving sound problems, which I don't know why, so I do apologize if the game is giving some background music problems. At least the audio. And now my pad wants to act up. Hold on. At least the audio for the voiceovers, which is, they're really well done, is very good. And they're not popping or acting weird or anything stupid, so that's good. I own 2 of the Legendary Entertainment games. I own this, and I own the Wheel of Time, which I just saw that there. What made me buy that? Oh, because I saw the name Legend.
In troubled dreams, you fly.
So, last we left off in our journey, we have to, I think...
I can't wait to get to Kern. It's been a long time since I was there.
Stick to the road, you won't get lost.
Oh, thank you for that advice, Brendel. I think Brendel's probably the one voice actor in this game. He's very monotone. Very monotoned. Also, I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow evening, which is the scheduled Disgaea stream. My stepdad, or my dad, is doing a corporate company Christmas dinner. So he's inviting me and a few other family members to go. So if I start streaming, it might not be until 8 o'clock, and it might be a very short stream if I do Saturday, Sunday evening stream. If I don't stream at all, then if time doesn't really allow for Disgaea, I might do a software development stream, because I got enough to because right now I'm in the drawing map stage, so it's not really any spoilers or anything, so I can just do something like that.
That's the way back to Lee and Shadyvale. We need to go northwest now. Jack.
I want to go the wrong way.
Jack. We're, going the wrong way.
Alright, lady.
I really don't feel like swimming now. Let's get going.
Can't swim anyway.
Ah, a dwarf that can't swim.
There's the ferry. At least we know Balinor's men made sure this ferry doesn't have any monsters waiting for us.
And of course, being at work, most redeems are not available, so if you want to cash them in to see the fancy alert, go right ahead. I'll just gladly refund you. Guards greet you as you approach the ferry. You are soon transported to the other side of the Metron River and to continue your way to Aberlon. So we're going to the Elven place.
Jack.
Yeah.
Jack. We're almost to the ferry that goes to the island city of Kern.
Wasn't that the city destroyed by British forces in the last war?
Yes. If my father hadn't warned the city about the approaching army, many people would have died. They've built the city back up, but you can still see areas that were burned to the ground.
It's funny. I actually read on the Wikipedia of this game, as well as some Wikipedia had some reviews up there, and I read some of the actual side reviews. They said this game was not well received. Saying it had nothing to do with the book. I'm like. I mean, I almost want to feel like those who wrote the reviews never read the actual book, because this basically takes place after the first book. So I'm kind of was spoiled myself when I first played this game because I didn't read the book yet. Basically this game isn't too bad. The combat system is silly and a little draggy. It probably was not necessary in this game, but it isn't bad. But the storytelling of the game is pretty well done. It's what if Shannara had a book in between, the first book and the next book afterwards. That's what this would take place with. It's similar to when MTV, of all people, made the Chronicles of Shannara. The first one is basically pretty much loosely based upon the Elfstones of Shannara. It's pretty accurate for the most part, nothing butchered or made up. Then they had Season 2, and Season 2 is like, what if Elfstones continue further? And even, I think in an interview, Terry Brooks even said, if I was to make a second book that takes place right after Elfstones, because Elfstones was part of it wasn't part of a trilogy, it was its own thing. I think they had Shannara, and then 2 other books, and then he started doing a set of trilogy that would focus on, certain characters, certain lore, and all that. And once you finish those set of 3, you move on to a new set of 3 books, and it continue from those set of 3. So it's a bummer that when the second season came out, which ended in a cliffhanger, sadly, spoiler alert, but great, it was a lot of readers and some reviews actually kind of bashed it. From what I remember, saying, "Oh man, this is all butchered and made up." I was like, "Well, it is made up because it's based upon after the events of Elfstone. So if he was to actually write a book, that would have been this a continuation." He even said that in an interview, and I thought it was very well done. And it's a bummer we never got a third season. It was weird to be on MTV because they played some interesting soundtracks and musics, but it was actually it wasn't a bad fantasy adventure. I think they did a really good job of it. Unlike Terry Goodkind's, what was it called? Sword of Truth series. The first season was, even they made stuff up in the first season. The first season wasn't so bad. The second season, they just made crap up. Like, okay, this never happened in this book or whatever. I'm like, just roll with it, and that's what I did. I mean, I'm not surprised it got canceled. Terry Goodkind just basically wanted to cut the Hollywood money and didn't care about the integrity of the show. Although I will say the guy who played Zed, he obviously read the book series because he did a really good job acting the character out.
She lived here before she married Father. I visited here with her once. The city's surrounded by the Myrmidon River.
So your mother, Cheryl Ravenlock, came from Kern. Also, this game uses the same type of engine style as Deathgate, which is another game Legend Entertainment made based off the book. I never read the book. I probably would like to read the book someday. The only difference is the main character actually has a voiceover, and these don't go away. But this time, there's no voiceover for Jack. For the most part, you are a silent protagonist, but you do have questions and stuff and dialogue the character actually says. He just doesn't verbally say them. So I guess I am the protagonist. Why are we going to Kern?
It's on the way to Arborlawn, and we can eat a real meal there instead of trail rations.
Trail? I'm just thunder for bros not streaming tonight. Hold on a sec. Change the curtain raid? Well, that's not my curtain, that's the work curtain. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go ahead and mute this real quick so I can acknowledge the raid. Oh, 1 second. Okay. You look spiffy. Oh, I try to be. How you doing? Alright, saying every night he streams. Okay. That's true. We'll go with it's higher than 50% chance of, big chance of possibly raiding him because he's such a cool dude and he only gets to stream once a week, sadly. Loving the beard. Oh, I gotta shave it off. How's Lufia? Oh shit, sing it. Voice needs to feel better, you need to feel better so the vibe mode will come back. Vibe mode. Oh, that's it? Well, round of applause for that. You look there with, oh, thank you. Now I gotta hope that other people will say that too. That's an old one, it is. I don't remember the last time you ever actually sang on stream. Hi Kane, what's up? Change the curtain raid. Yeah, that's I'm at work, so it's so slow right now at work. I'm just, I'm decided like this is an unscheduled stream, but I'm just like doing this now on Saturdays because I'm bored and I got nothing to do. It's like it's literally so dead at work. I can't do nothing until about 3 o'clock. So I was like, you know what? Why not just stream and chill out, have a good time, and just play for a couple hours and do something to pass the fucking time. Yeah, it's been a while. Well, I know why you're not singing right. Honestly, I don't know if now you've kind of turned into a redeem channel. It's a real conundrum whether do I want to spend the points for you to sing or rack up the points for you to pick a game I really like. You've put me in a pickle at that point. But thank you for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. Everybody, you need to follow. You need to
acknowledge me
and follow Sorrel if you haven't yet. And I'm coming up to your game, which is not this week, but it should be next week. Because I don't see myself beating Tails Adventure. I'm going to probably play that for 2 hours and to be done with it. Because I'm not big into Sonic games, and even though it's a Metroidvania, from what Sega fans told me, I was like, it's a Sonic game. I'm just not into Sonic games too hard. Just never got into them. I'm more of a Mario fanatic than Sonic. But no, I didn't forget my books. Well, I brought about 2 of them. That's the one thing I can do. We can do puns. We can do facts. So it is a little bit limited because I'm at work. So do apologize for any shoddy microphone settings and all that. It's a bit limited, and I do apologize. I have to go AFK if phone goes off or I have a thing I have to attend to, etc. Because I am at work, so I get to sneak this in. It's a work perk. But you did raid me. Anytime a raid comes on in, you get to pick. So would you like something from the fact books, or would you like something from the cringe book? Oh wow. She wants, and I don't have my sound effects and stuff. I mean, the sound effect redeems work for the most part, although I don't know. This is running Windows 11, and I changed to OBS here at work rather than using Streamlabs, but it's still doing weirdness with shoutouts and sound effects, so I do apologize for that. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's a Windows 11 thing. I can't confirm that till I put Windows 11 on my PC at home because that's running Windows 10. But so I switched to OBS on here, and it still kind of acts up, but not as bad. So maybe OBS and slobs need to work on their shenanigans. Page 13, you got it. Sorrel is very civilized and cool. She didn't say, oh, pick page 69, which I think I've exhausted everything on page 69 because that's what people keep picking. I'm not kidding you. 13. Oh, well, you have a cat. Here you go. This is kind of a pun. If the world was flat, cats would have pushed everything off the edge by now. Definitely. Yeah, that's true. My cat does. Actually, William doesn't do that. I'm blessed by that. He is the one thing. It's not like he sees some. Oh, look. He doesn't do that. Rebecca, my previous cat, Calico, who was a feisty little gal, she would absolutely do that. But since we're in this area, let me go and do some shout. And again, I apologize if your voice sounds like a chipmunk, if it acts weird. I can't control that. I don't know what's causing it. I'm still trying to work with it. I saw Keen in here. Oh, hello, Miss Alexander Rex. How you doing? Are you wrecking it today? Let me throw some shout outs real quick.
Sweet, it does save it.
Say, I'm sorry. There you go.
Iggy Bob. Okay, let's switch things up.
See, it's kind of fixing itself and it's kind of not, so I don't know.
Right. If I remember right.
I saw Super Giving here, and I saw Online Eric.
Okay. If I remember right.
Tell him, Jaden.
I saw Online Eric, who, how's your,
I'm not fighting none of those guys. They
how's
need to
your,
get the hell away from me.
how's, Seaman doing over there?
Is this a cutscene?
What is on your face?
The
Did you
power of a
dye your
sage
hair
cannot
blue,
reach you.
beard blue?
Uh-oh. We are about to
Wow,
get
that
bullied,
is a
y'all.
blue
Oh,
beard.
shit.
I love it. That is so cool. I was like, what is this? Like, in my eyes, to see, no, that's blue.
No. Please.
Run!
Get out. Did we make it?
Did it not glitch on you? Oh, that's good.
Holy. How about that, huh? Yay, yay, yay.
Oh wow, it's a sub goal. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. The sub goal. That's pretty cool. And Alexander Rex, first time chatter. Thank you for coming on in here. Who's playing? Speaking of blue, she was last time I visited her. She was playing that Avatar game, that Skyrim Avatar game. How is that game treating you? Let me give you a shout out as well.
I am
Lovely
not
lady
a
with
lawyer.
really cool
Do not
hair.
tell people to call me about their personal injuries and perhaps car accidents that they may or may not have been in. I
don't
can't
know what
help you.
game that is.
Insurance is scary
Us-
and full of words that don't make sense to me. I tell you what, and the consequences for mistakes are dire. I'm not a personal injury lawyer.
Well, thank you, Supa. Appreciate that.
Alexander Rex has just subscribed.
Oh, Skyrim Halloween stream. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Super. I appreciate that. But those who don't know me, I am ultimacj. I am a variety streamer. I usually play games that are on my backlog to present to you guys. I also do redeems down below for retro game redeems. If there's a game you really like me to play, you know, get the points up for it. Or if you or a modern game, you really rack up the points for it. I can check it out. I'm also a game developer on the side. I make my own JRPGs on the side as, you know, as a hobby. You know, so if you like video games with weird cringe and goofiness, there's my website right there. And those who want to check out more information about what's been played and all that here. Speaking of Sorrel, you're so awesome, and I don't get to play this very often. I will play the raid video for y'all to look at, which was made with my video game project. Sorrel, thank you again so much for the raid. You are awesome. And I hope that you are doing healthy and you're kicking ass at Lufia. And I'll go stretch my legs real quick while y'all enjoy the raid video. And I'll be right back. Thank you again.
Bring it. I'm up. Ooh, that stings. Ooh, that stings. Ouch! Ow! Miss. Ow! Ooh, that stings. Ooh, that sting. I'm up. Good job, me.
Thank you again for that raid. And what I'm playing here is a game called Shannara. It is one of those point-and-click adventure games. And since I know Dawsember is a thing in December, I was like, you know, I've played this game many times. And I'm going to give you the reason why I'm playing this game is, well, one reason it's Dawsember, and it's just something to pass the time. Two, I've never recorded it or streamed it, so I'm like, hey, why not? And I'm pretty sure this is one of these obscure games a lot of people have probably never ever heard. And I don't have the box with me. I should have brought the box with me. But Shannara, it was the Sword of Shannara, or Shannara, I think it's pronounced Shannara, is a book series Terry Brooks wrote. And I think he's made 11 of them, and I'm about halfway through them myself. But the story behind this is it's a childhood game to me, because my Aunt Kay, bless her heart, you know, she passed away a few years because of breast cancer. She bought this game for me, but the game also came with the first novel. So I played the game first, and I was like, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I like the story, and it's not bad and all that. A little weird on the combat as I look back on it, but it's a point-and-click adventure game, so it has puzzles and all that. I remember most of the stuff from heart, but I'm going to try to present to you guys this game as much as I can, verbally and visually. Had decent voice acting. This is an old 1990 game, so it is running on a DOSBox emulator, because it's such an old freaking game. But after I read the books, after I played the game, I read the book, and I was immediately hooked. So this game does have some childhood memory to me. I'll probably finish it off next Saturday, but I was like, you know what? I don't really, I've never done Dawsember before. I was like, hey, why not play a DOS game and just check it on out? And this game does mean something to me from the heart as a child, because my aunt, she bought this for me. I don't know if she bought it for my birthday or Christmas, or she just bought it for me. I honestly don't remember. I think I was 15 or 16 at the time when, no, I was in my mid-20s, I think, when she bought this for me. Maybe. This came out in 1990. I don't honestly know. I don't remember. I don't know if she bought it brand new or she saw it at the computer store or whatever. But, yeah, that's the CJ lore behind this game. Yes, it does have something to do with the books. Basically, in a nutshell, so you've read the books, Alexander. It does have to do, it's associated with the books. The best way I can describe this game takes place after the events of the first book. So if Terry Brooks was to write a book that took place after the Sword of Shannara, which was the first book in the series, this would be the game. Like, if it's kind of like when the TV series came out for two seasons. Like, if I was to continue this particular arc of the story, this would be it. So that's what basically it is. You're basically playing the kid, Jack Olmsford, who is the son of Shay Olmsford, which was the main character in the story. So it picks up from there. That's so, like, if this was an actual, if Terry Brooks was to write an actual book based off the first book, this would be it. So that's the best way I can describe it. It never came out, so. And Legend Entertainment, I think, overall did a good job. And we're approaching Arbalon. And I'm going to try to remember some of the puzzles in this game. I know most of it. I actually got stumped on one puzzle and had to look it up. I was like, man, I know I'm missing something and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I was supposed to use the knife behind the book to get the pack to summon the ghost. I'm like, and kid CJ or young adult CJ is like, oh yeah, I got stumped on this too, and I felt like an idiot. So next time I stream this, I'll bring the box up. I still got the original box that it came with, and I got the book. It's see if I can find the book too. But I love Shannara. I've read. I mean, I got to get back on the books. I'm like on book 7 or 6 or I think 6 or 7 of the 11-part series he's written. I'm a procrastinator. I'm also a slow reader. 400 pages can take me a year to read. I'm a slow reader. I need to get back into it. I really love the books, and I love fantasy. I love fantasy adventure. We're in games, movies, especially movies, or TV series. Even if they butcher and make stuff up that never happened in the book, I'm like, you know what? I'll take what I can get. We don't see fantasy series very often, so. How is Starfield treating you? Yes, I did watch the TV show. I love the TV show. It was great. The Chronicles of Shannara, yeah, which was based upon the elf, which they were spot on with Elfstones for the most part. There was a couple indifferences. I think the cheesiest thing I saw in that is when I know she had to become the tree, and the way the book describes it and the way she does it, she just opens the door and goes into the bark of the tree of the Elkrise. I'm like, okay, that's kind of corny, but okay. Whereas in the book, they actually describe her clothes ripping, her arms turning into branches. She actually becomes the tree. I was just like, okay, I'll take it. I don't remember them being a romance though. That I don't remember. I was like, I thought it was the other way. I thought he fell in love with another character. And then when they make the second season, I even watched an interview Terry Brooks did. I was like, and people were like, oh, this is silly. They're butchering this. I'm like, no, it's kind of like with this. If he was to make a continuation of Elfstone, season 2 of that series would have been that. And it was really well done. And I was really sad. They said, to be continued, and it got canceled. Oh, they cliffhanged it. That made me sad. Because it was really good. It wasn't butchered like Terry Goodkind's Sword of Truth series. Now, that's a good series. Well, I never finished it. It got too slow and political by book 5, and I was just like, oh, this is just dragging on. 1 second. It just started to drag on and on. I was reading the book and I actually started falling asleep door. And the TV series, Sword of the Seeker, or was it Sword of the Seeker, I think it was called, or Secret of the Sword, which was a 2-part series. made up a lot of stuff, and I was like, and that's why that show got canceled. They butchered it and made stuff up. It never happened in the book. Oh yeah, and it's sad. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably as sad as I am that the series got canceled after season 2. I hate cliffhangers, and the fact they never continued it. I'm like, man, that's a bummer because season 2 was great. So we were looking. The weekend's been awesome. Hey, Christian, cool. How you going? No problem. I was like, to be continued. I'm like, all right, where's season 3? I'm like, oh, cool. They pulled a Kaya Dark Lineage kind of thing to it. And I like Shannara so much that in my video game projects, there's a couple towns actually modeled after the book series, like the town of Lee. I actually have a town called Lee in my RPG game. The Vale Islands is loosely based upon the name Shady Vale. So there's a lot of little tidbits and everything because I really did like Shannara. Sorry. Alright, let's get back to the game here. You all cross the ferry to the island of city of Kern. You spend the night as a guest at the city. The bed is soft and warm. You get off to sleep. Your slumber, however, is marred by a strange dream. And I do apologize if the music's a bit poppy and stuff. It's an old game. I'm happy it even works into Windows 11, so. But the voice acting and all the sound effects are perfectly fine. So that's a definite plus. Look at that stock animation.
Forgive me, Master, for not destroying Jack Ohmsford.
It's Clint Eastwood.
I knew only that I needed to return to you, and I could not keep you waiting.
You fool! This mortal creature seeks to restore the Sword of Shannara. He must be destroyed!
But you destroyed the Sword of Shannara. How could it be restored?
Accursed Alamon and my archfoe Bremen will use the magic of others to reforge it. This must not happen!
Yeah, the sword gets shattered.
But how do we stop this?
You will go to the north and make certain that the trolls and the elves go to war. Such ancient foes will never ally with one another. And thus the Sword of Shannara will never be reforged.
What of Ohmsford?
Ohmsford.
Shifter, I will give you a new shape. Use it to slay Ohmsford and his followers.
I will obey.
What shape that is, we don't know yet. Hey, Celery Man. Well, it's nice to meet a fellow fantasy gal who has read the series. It's not often I see that. Which I'm not playing right now, but I plan to come back to that in about 3 months or so. My kid, I don't know if you've played any MMOs, Alexander, but my Lalafel's name is Spec. Since you have two, you have to put a first and last name. I was like, well, I'll pick a Lalafel and I'll name him Spec because he's tiny, and I gave the last name Ohmsford. And I have ran into some people who actually would stop and say, oh, wait a minute. Have you read the book series? They asked me that because they see my last name, Ohmsford. Senior Spoon? Oh, no. Hold on. They'll ask me and say, hey, you read the book series? I'm like, yes, I have read the book series. My minion ate my Elfstones, and they immediately friend me as instantly, like, oh, jeez, thank you. Because they knew Elfstones, Shannara, they knew exactly what I was talking about. Hello, Senior Spoons. Perfect Spade. How you doing too, man? Dr. Chaos. Hello, DJ Chaos.
Can you hear the chewing? Third.
Good old Mario RPG. I gotta play that someday. Oh my gosh, it's an ASMR eating clip.
Yeah. It's like sand.
It sounded
You need to
munchy.
record it. You can clip it. It's like eating sand. Tasty, tasty sand.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop microphone, so it's just a basic microphone, Bombshell Boy. I'm sorry. Well, thank you very much. See, I'm gonna drop you a follow. Thank you so much. I forgot that you streamed. How you doing? What was the saying you were playing? Were you playing? Oh, you were playing Retro too. What game were you actually playing? Yeah, it's a basic microphone. I'm not on a headset. I'm at work, so I gotta I'm on limited stuff here. I could probably bring my blue ball microphone. I don't think about it. This is a basic. I have a basic setup here at work. I don't have nothing fancy or crazy. Doing good. We were playing. Oh my gosh, Echo the Dolphin. Now I have to ask, how many rage quits have you had? How many has it made you mad yet? Oh, you're at the very... Oh, you're on the last level. That's the alien ship, isn't it? Or is that Echo the Dolphin, too? Yes, Bombshell Boy's got Vulcan ears. You're doing the good work. I forgive you. Yeah, I forgive you, too. That's okay. I'll have you... For you fixing it, I'll have you eat another bean on when you stream next time, Bombshell. So you on the last level? Is that the alien ship? I can't remember. You're on the last level. Is that the alien ship, or am I thinking Echo the Dolphin too? That's one retro redeem game I probably would refuse to play. I've seen enough people suffer through that. Because I think yeah. So basically, the alien ship is one long 6-minute thing, and you have to go, and it's a side scroller. You have to survive for 6 minutes and know the whole pattern. And when you get to the boss, I don't know if you're save stating or not. If you die to the boss, you gotta start all over. Well, Salaryman, coming up to your game because you won that thing. Make a source mono. I can try that. I don't use a. Under filter.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Under properties or
Whew,
filters?
thanks for the bits, Notorious. How's it going, bro?
Oh, OG hardware. No. Oh, good luck then. Yeah. I think the Japanese version, they made it easier to. I think in the Japanese version, you actually checkpoint at the boss. Make it mono. You mean under filters or under properties? I haven't messed with the microphone settings on this. And Senior Spoon, I already gave you a shout out. Oh yeah, Bombshell Boy. I guess I'll give you a shout out while you answer the question. Shows all the in the mixer where it shows all the sources. So that'd be under prop. No. Audio. For Mike, I don't see anything called mono. I have active, negative 9.4 decibels. It's in the center for left and right. OMS, monitor off, and 1 through 6 is checkmarked. If that helps you any. Other than that, I don't see anything called anything called Wink. Speaking of Sonic, look at you doing the zoomies.
Knuckles, get a life.
Wow. Wow. Rip into Sonic. Ripped into Knuckles. Hey, he's even playing my game right now. Well, he hasn't streamed in a while. No, he hasn't been feeling well. No checkpoint before. No, just the Japanese version does. They did the Castlevania thing. So, what are you saying with. I don't see nothing called. I don't see no audio thing for it. Oh, mono. I see it. Alright. How's that sound? Better? Well, welcome on in, Raiders. I'm ultimacj. I'm a variety streamer. I found the mono thing. Does it sound better? Weird. I would think for a $3,000 laptop, the microphone will be a little bit better. That's odd. You'd think for a very expensive gamer laptop, the microphone would be a little bit better. But I guess because it's just the way the microphone is, it's just how it is. I'm a variety streamer. I play games on my backlog, but I'm also a game developer, as Bombshell Boy just showed with his shout-out clip. He's currently playing my second game and absolutely loving it. There's my website if you'd like to check it on out. And there, if you want to know more about the channel and all that, there you go. I'm going to give you a shout-out. All right. I think that's it. Let's go back to the game. I'm at work, so I am on unlimited streams. I'm like using my webcam for my laptop. And the sound redeems and all that work, but maybe Bombshell Boy can tell me why alerts and stuff will act weird. See if it does that. Yeah, it's acting. Sometimes it's acting weird, like they'll pop and lag and all that. No, he didn't. I thought oh, no, he didn't. We had a good discussion about that too, online, Eric. But we know you're a challenge runner, so it's all good, man. How's your Saturday going? Did you watch your good old show? And how's Seaman doing? Is he still alive over there? Alright, let me get back. Let's get back to the game. Hold on a second. Let me pull my stuff back up. Okay, there we go. 3 minutes thriving. I saw Lamach there, and I got C-Man to say Lamach is a pro gamer, and I was like, oh, sweet. And Lamach's like, hey, CJ. I was like, that's cool you got that to work. That's pretty cool that you could do that kind of interaction thing. Like, it's like, dang, Eric going 24 hours. Holy crap. C-Man's the new star. From my understanding, from what Bombshell Boy picked, who did he pick? He picked the Paladin, the Paladin, he picked the Poet, and he picked the Dork. So he might have his own challenge run, because from people who have played the Dork, they've reported to me he starts off strong, but then it's one of those classes that kind of get weaker as you level it up. It's because it's a wild card class. It's just basically, what have I not done yet that I could just shove into the game? But at the same time, the game does say, hey, use at your own risk. This is an oddball class. You awaken suddenly to the sound of someone knocking on the door of your room. The dream fades from your memory as you get ready to continue your journey. You and your companions take the ferry away from the island city and make your way towards Arbalon.
According to the map in Tircis, Arbalon is to the northwest. We need to take another ferry across the Myrmidon to get there.
I wonder why mono makes it sound better. 'Cause I thought stereo is supposed to be better. Well, to be fair, see, Bombshell Boy, he loves using items in games, so Clairvin would actually be a good trade-off, but I think it'll be challenging playing with the Dork, because it's a wild card class. I think we have to go north. Just follow the road. There's Arbalon.
Welcome, strangers, to Arbalon. What brings you to the Elven lands?
Hey, Chaotic, how's it going? Dude, don't, now you're acting like my mother. Oh my gosh, respond to me. Oh my god, sub 10 minutes. Oh, come on. No, whatever, it's chaotic. You're so silly. Dad, don't act, I'm gonna start calling you mom, because my mother was the same way. Like, she would text me, and I start responding back, and then she'd call me and say, how come you haven't responded back? It's like, Mom, I'm still typing the response that you just literally sent me less than 5 seconds ago. Calm down. My mom was always a worrywart. Oh, whatever. You're terrible at communicating. Whatever. You're being dramatic. Sometimes I'm bad at communicating. I won't lie, but that instance right there, no. Acting like Navi over there. Hey, listen. We need to speak to King Eventide.
The king is away. You will need to speak with Prince Arian. Follow the path, and you will come to the manor of the elven rulers.
Where are the gates of Abalon?
There are no walls around this part of Abalon. The forest protects us.
Are you the only guard?
No, my curious friend. You have already passed many guards. You were not enemies, so you passed without challenge.
We didn't see any guards.
You were not supposed to see them.
Stealthy elves. Excuse me. I am Jack Olmsford. This is Princess Sheila Lee and Brendel.
I am Lessa, god of Aberlon and a warrior of Prince Arian. You may all pass freely through the elf lands.
That must be the royal manor house there in the distance.
You are correct, Princess. To follow the path is to find the manor.
Thank you.
To follow the path
let's
to
go.
find the manor.
Seems pretty peaceful here.
That is because we elves prefer to choose our battlegrounds rather than allow an enemy to harm Aberlon. You must speak with the prince about such matters.
Okay.
You
already talked to her. You're my rival and that's that. I'm not getting involved. Oh, you're already involved. Chaotic dragged you into it. It's good you're replying in a timely manner. I'm not getting involved. She'll agree with me. It's like, I'm not getting involved. I don't blame you. It's chaotic for butt's sake. I'll weigh in again. I'll admit that I don't always look at chat sometimes or don't respond properly.
That must be the royal manor up ahead.
What do you know about the ruler of Abalon?
My father really respected King Eventide Alesidil. I've always wanted to meet him. I wonder why he's not around.
What do you think of
It's
this place?
lovely here. It's a shame the fountain is broken.
Looks like they had a struggle here.
What do you think? Yeah, it's an old MS-DOS game. Were you here when I told you the story why I'm playing this online air? All right, no problem. That's one redeem I can do. Hey, Familon Collecting, how's it going? You were here? Okay, you were here for it. What page would you like? I got pages 1 through 169. I also do community challenges, so we've got 3 up there right now if you guys want to check them out. As soon as one of them fills up, I will do it. Everyone loves, I think I've exhausted all the ones on 69. But I can repeat it again. Let's see here. Everyone's so fixed on 69. Like you too, Sorrel. Thank you. She's everybody's... No, I'm no one's rival. That's just something that's self-proclaimed rival is what you're looking for. And going to bed. No problem. Let's see. Okay, well, there's only 2 puns on this page, and it's... I like pancakes, but I keep waffling. It even has a picture.
That was lit.
Thank you for the pun, Swagster. Get some sleep. I hope you have a great night. How you doing, Famicom? Okay, so you were here when I told the story. Okay, gotcha. What do you think of Lessa?
I don't like the way she looked at you all the time. She acted as if I wasn't even here.
Well, should we meet the Prince of Avalon?
Lead on, Jack.
What do you know about Arbalon?
Elves are alright, I guess. Even half-elves.
I like half-elves.
Had some trouble here recently.
What did you think of Lessa?
Not bad.
Shall we go?
Lead on.
Yeah, he's a very stock character. You are politely greeted by servants who make you comfortable while you await the audience with Prince Arbalon. After a while, you are led to a rather cluttered office.
Good day, travelers. I am Davio, advisor of Arbalon. Welcome to the Elflands.
I am Princess Shella of Lee. This is Jack Ohmsford, and this is Brendel.
Welcome to all of you. How may I help you?
We need to speak to Prince Aeron.
Prince Aeron is very busy right now. May I be of service to you?
The Warlock Lord Brona has returned.
That is grave news indeed. I shall send a messenger to King Eventide forthwith.
Where is King Eventide?
He is leading the army of Arbalon to Strelaheim Plains to rescue his son Ain from the trolls.
What should we do now?
I will inform Prince Aeron again that you desire an audience with him. In the meantime, you are guests of Arbalon. Go where you like and see the beauty of the Elvish lands.
I just got home from a RetroCon. Oh, they have nice. Wow, the raids are hot tonight. I wish we had those kind of cons around my area. There are a couple cons, but you have to like drive a pretty long distance to get to any of them. There was one con I almost went to. It was like about a 5-hour drive. But unfortunately I couldn't get the days off for work to go see it. They had all kinds of, even like several retro stores from all over the place, and probably a couple retro, I don't know the name of the retro people on YouTube. Famicom probably follows a couple of them. They were down there too. Including, I think, Seattle's own, what's that one girl from Pink Gorilla? She was there too. Hello, Mana, how are you? Drop you a follow as well. I thought I was following you, but I guess I wasn't. What you got for us for a clip? Ah! Zombie!
Why is it every time? I knew damn well it was going to be a zombie. I didn't go out the door.
Shh. How's it going so far? Oh, it's going nice and peaceful. Quiet night at work. It's the off season, so not much going on at my job at the moment. I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I got nothing to do. So why not stream for a while? After I terrorized a few streamers like Sorrel and a few others, like, you know what? Screw it. I'm bored. I'll go do an unplanned stream and play one of my favorite. And it's December, so why not? You know, play one of my favorite classic games I've never streamed or recorded, and like, you know. Figure, hey, why not show a game that people probably are not aware of? I mean, Online Eric's very surprised by it, and that guy right there plays some very obscure games. Mustache is even more incredible in person. Oh, wow. What were you playing? You were playing Welcome to Hanwell. What is that? Did you buy anything at the con, Famicom? Oh, well, that 3-hour drive ain't nothing. Yeah, you could just basically go to the con, have a good time, buy some goods, get some autographs. Welcome to Hanwell's a survival horror. Did you survive or did you die? And like I said, I apologize for the game. It does sound a bit because it's an older game. Let me mute it real quick before we get back to it. Died a few times. Ah, bummer. Well, did you beat the game? Did you own it? Did you own its butt? But hey, everyone, welcome on in. I'm ultimacj. I'm a variety streamer. I play games usually on my backlog, and I also do redeems down below of retro, and main game redeem. I also do challenges down there. Sorrel, by the way, Mega Man 3 Deathless is down there. You know you want to see that. Because if I end up doing it, I think either Kane or Sorrel will do it next. Who's going to beat that to the punch, though? So I think I can do Mega Man 3 Deathless. I think it's good. It's going to be challenging. That's why it's an expensive community challenge, because one death, I'm dead. I've never done anything in any video game deathless, let alone attempt it. But you lovely folks out there on Twitch have inspired me, and I saw Proto Shield doing that. I'm like, you know what? If he can beat Mega Man 3 Deathless, I'll put it up there, because I've done Buster only, and I've done it 1cc, but I've never done it deathless. So that'll be, oh boy. So as soon as that fills up, and once it's filled up, I'll just plan streams down accordingly. If I don't pass it the first time, then if the stream times runs out, I'll plan another day for it. It'll be on a regular scheduled day, and I'll post announcements, and I'll say something in the stream as well of when I'm going to play it. But thank you for the raid, Man of Stormwind. What would you like? Would you like something from the pun books, or would you like something from the fact books? It's a redeem on the channel, but anytime a raid kicks on in, that person gets to pick. I did bring my books with me. Pun, obviously. Oh yeah, see, everyone wants to lose their mind, and I am at work, so I'm in a limited setup. So you can do all the sound effects redeems and all that, but William, unfortunately, is not here, and he's at home sleeping. I can't do the laser. I can't feed him treats or anything. No, I can't drink nasty pineapple juice. I'm here at work, so, and but yeah, so it's a bit limited. So what would you like? Pages 1 through 169. 112. You got it. And do not worry about the time limits of any of these community challenges. If they expire, I'll renew them. So don't worry about that. There's no time. When they fill up, that's when we'll do it. Oh, this is a classy one. I like this one. I asked my friend why he doesn't buy stocks. He said gentlemen prefer bonds. Thank you again for that raid.
Now can I get a little bun?
And Chaotic, since you're trying to start some chaos, I only got one thing to say to you. Yeah. And the game I'm playing is called Shannara, which was a game made by Legend Entertainment in 1990. It's an MS-DOS game. It's a point-and-click adventure game based upon Terry Brooks' books of Shannara. If you like adventure and fantasy books, I definitely recommend it. This game is dear to me because my late aunt, bought this game for me. She knew I liked fantasy and books and whatnot, and she saw this game. And the game came with the actual first book in the series. So after I played it, I read the book, I immediately got hooked on the series. So I figured, you know, I never streamed this game, and I'm pretty sure this is not a well-known title to a lot of people. So I figured, you know what? Why not showcase it? We're seeking Elfstones.
Elfstones? My, your task is not an easy one.
What do you mean by that?
You are fortunate that I am a scholar and historian. Elfstones and magic are two areas of my studies.
Awesome.
Jack Olmsford, was it not your father who held the lost known set of blue elfstones?
Yep. Elf stones are magical stones that elves use that shoot laser beams, do healing, all kinds of stuff. They're like basically a relic or an artifact.
Elfstones are extremely rare. If the bearer of the stones dies while using them, the stones are destroyed. Over the centuries, most elfstones have been destroyed or lost to our knowledge.
Yes, my father did have a set of elf
Shay Olmsford was the last person actually to use elfstones.
Don't the elves use them?
The elves have not used elfstones for centuries. Most elves do not know they ever existed.
Are there other colors of elf stones?
There are several colors. The blue stones that Shay Olmsford held were seeking stones. The green stones were stones of protection. There was even said to be a black elf stone, but I have been unable to ascertain its abilities.
The black elf stone I think was introduced like in book 4 or 5, and it was one hell of a nasty stone from my knowledge.
That is the difficulty.
Where can I find
You
them?
see, Jack Olmsford, as far as anyone really knows, your father has the only elfstones in existence.
But Alanon sent us here to find some.
Alanon sent you here? That is most interesting indeed. Then perhaps the rhyme of the rune will aid us.
Alanon said I may have to look up a walkthrough because down the road if we get stuck. I've gotten pretty far. I only had to look up a walkthrough one time because I got stuck on one puzzle. But I'm going to try my best not to do that if I can. Alanon said we needed to find an elf who knew how to use it.
Very few elves ever had the will to use the elfstones, but the Shannara family had a strong affinity for magic. Shay Olmsford could use the elfstones because of his Shannara blood.
What's the Rhine of Rune?
That placard on the wall near the fireplace refers to the rune diamonds. They are somehow linked with the elfstones and the rune rock. I will need to do more research to discover the link between them.
Will you help us find the elfstones?
I will be honored to help you however I can. There are many ancient books here, and I will look up all available information on the subject. I am certain that the rune rock in the Gardens of Life is somehow tied to your quest.
Take the red book. The Rhyme of Runes. First is elf. First people, first place. Leader of the race. Next is earth. Solid ground, stable base. Molded clay in a rocky place. The third is air. Rising spirit, sailing soul. Lofty sight with an airy goal. Fourth is fire. Fiery strength. Destroying dark. Rising up to the blaze the mark. Fifth is water, streaming clean, healing flows, glistening where the water flows. Last is life, light, living, growing, eternity, and entrance to the sacred
What
tree.
is this supposed to mean?
No one is certain, although many scholarly papers have been written about it. It refers to a series of runes that represent the various magical forces.
I did get pissy halfway through the stream because the game I was playing, Anthology of Fears, decided to glitch and erase all four. How did it... What, your save file wasn't saved or something?
Oh, you can't use that fireplace. There's a stork nest on the roof blocking the chimney. Unless someone removes it, the smoke would fill the room and the fire would go out.
Thank you.
I am happy to be able to help you. Prince Ariel is very busy right now. Please do not disturb him.
Okay. Trader's Trollish Mythology Anomalies. Can I take the book? Nope. I think I can take this, though. Ah, okay. Decadent 0511, thank you for the follow. How are you? Welcome on in. Welcome to the party.
It's a beautiful garden, isn't it? I've never seen a tree quite like that one.
Oh, take the... Alright. And I think this is where you have to solve this puzzle down here. Can't do anything with it yet. What do you think of this?
It's interesting, but not very impressive.
First time chatters always get a shout out. Whether or not you're a streamer or not, I love giving shout outs to people. You could have went anywhere, you came here, and I do appreciate that. Board games, huh?
It's winking. Very crusty.
You're quite welcome. What can you feel the vibration of the rock?
Feels like an ordinary rock to me.
There's definitely some magic
If
quality.
you say so, you should know. Well, don't get too relaxed there. We need to go places.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything here.
Nice carving.
Touch it? Nope. Alright.
Prince Erion will see you now. I've informed him of your purpose. A servant waits on the other side of the far door to lead you to the council room.
Thank you very much.
So, the Warlock Lord has returned, and once again the world must be saved by a half-breed. A pity Brona wiped out all the elven
Yeah, they don't like half-elves.
Now the druid insists that you find some elfstones here. There have not been elfstones in Arbelon for centuries. Your mission is doomed.
Davio doesn't seem to think so.
Princess Shannara, Scholar Davio is a foolish old pedant. He knows only his books. Return to your homelands. When the armies of Arbelon return with my father, we elves will ride to war against Brona directly. This time we will destroy him forever.
So, I'm thinking I may have to, Bombshell Boy, if I hook up my microphone, I'll probably have to turn off the mono setting. May we have permission to search the Elfstones at least?
If you choose to so waste your time, it is your own concern.
We must find the Elfstones to reforge the Sword of Shannara.
The Sword of Shannara has twice failed to destroy the Warlock Lord. We have depended upon magic too long. We need to rely on our strength at arms and our strategy of war. Only then will the threat of Brona be eliminated.
But Brona will use magic against you. He almost won the last war.
That is because we did not face Brona directly, but fought only against his allies. This time, I will lead our armies to victory.
Why aren't you just prideful? Why are your armies away from Arbelon?
Because those thrice-cursed trolls invaded Arbelon and kidnapped my brother. The elven armies will make them pay for their stupidity.
Thank you for your time, Prince Arian.
I am very busy and have little time to waste. You are welcome to stay in Arbelon as long as you desire. But I do advise you not to waste your time seeking magic. The armies of Arbelon will prevail against the Dark Lord. You have my permission to leave.
And if you guys have any feedback or questions about this, hey, feel free to chime in the chat. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback about this game that I don't think I've seen anyone ever streamed.
I believe we should not waste any more of Prince Arian's valuable time.
You are most considerate, Princess Shannara.
No point hanging around here.
I trust your meeting with Prince Arian was interesting. Now you will need to seek for rune diamonds.
What are runes?
Runes are symbolic inscriptions with great magical significance.
Which means...
Basically, runes are magical writing.
What are rune diamonds?
They are reputed to be rhombus-shaped, roughly ranging from the size of a hand to 2 hands, inscribed with a rune symbol representing the associated magical property.
Could you be a little less obscure?
All right. Rune diamonds are diamond-shaped and marked with a runic symbol of either elf, earth, air, water, fire, or life. Does that make better sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Where can we find these rune
Well,
diamonds?
that will be difficult.
What do you mean by that?
This is the point upon which other scholars disagree with me. Most Elvish scholars believe the rune diamonds to be purely symbolic, arcane, and lost to our current knowledge. I believe they are linked to the rhyme of runes.
Why do you think the rune diamonds are connected with this?
I have studied the rune rock in the Gardens of Life. I believe that it is designed to contain a series of rune diamonds related directly to the rhyme of runes.
How does this all relate to the elf stones?
I believe the purpose of the rhyme of runes and the rune rock is to protect a set of elf stones.
Did you find this in your studies?
Not exactly, but it's a theory of mine. However, if you find some elf stones as a result of all this, I shall be proven correct.
So this could all be a wild elf stone chase.
Well, yes, but if I am incorrect, there are no elf stones to be found in Arbelon.
Well, theorizing, right? Hypothesis. Davio is a scientist and a scholar.
Search Arbelon for the rune diamonds. If you can find even one, you will know that we are on the correct path.
We already found one.
Fascinating! The life rune diamond has been there in plain sight since the gardens were first built. Well,
what do you...
This is...
Where are we supposed to look for the rune
They
diamonds?
should be linked to their associated element. Earth, air, fire, water, life, and the elf rune. I'm certain the rhyme of rune was designed as a guide to the rune diamond locations. Unfortunately, the meaning of the words is somewhat obscure. I'll need to do more research.
I guess we'll go looking for...
Okay. Oh. Save the game. That sucks. The game glitched out on you and you lost all your save data. Or you couldn't even, like, restore it.
Greetings again, far travelers.
Let's see, if I remember correctly, you gotta pour on this, yep. Take it. And I think this is the... Okay, nope.
Greetings again.
You know anything about elf stones?
Elf stones, Jack Ormsford? Are they not but stories told to elfish children?
We are seeking elf stones here in Arbelon.
Good luck then, for they are marvels that no one now living has seen.
What do you know about rune stones?
Only of the great runestone in the Gardens of Life and the pathstones that mark the path to the valley.
What do you know about the war?
My brother Hani serves in King Eventine's army. They will soon return victorious against the treacherous armies of the trolls.
Thank you for your aid, Lessa.
Your courtesy reflects your honor, Jack Ormsford. Please leave that ladder where it is. I need to get...
We have to get to the roof of the manor house.
Then we need to make some arrangement.
Let's see, I believe you give her the rope.
Why do you want me to take this rope?
You could use it to get up and down the tree. Can we exchange the rope for your ladder? You can take the rope and let us borrow. That's like the 4 different options here.
I will use your rope for a while if you will return the ladder when you are finished with it.
We're going to drag this ladder all the way to the manor house? It's a long way down there.
Jack and I can handle this.
Oh, I'll help. It's just going to be even more trouble trying to get it back up here.
Oh, Shella, quit complaining. You haul the ladder down the manor and set it up.
Let's set the ladder up over there. Carrying this was entirely too much work. I hate the idea of having to take it back uphill.
Builds character.
You two go on up. I'll support this thing from down here.
This is a very steep roof, so we'll need to be careful. Some of these roof slats are loose.
The thing that you saw designed in the form of air weather vanes, unfortunately you lost it when the veins started rusty veins started to slow. So if it's rusted, we want to use oil on this. You push the old stalks off the chain, it breaks up on the ground on the matter down below. Okay, now we can go into the matter. Light it. Soon a fire blazing merrily away in the fireplace. We can climb this again. You press one of the wooden shingles against the metal spark plate. When you pull it away a moment later, a rune image has been burned into a single shingle. It's interesting with this game, unlike Deathgate, which uses the same layout and engine and whatnot, like the similar look, where this game actually has a... I think it tells you your status, yeah. You're about 30% done with your quest, you're at full health. It doesn't tell you, it doesn't give, there's no scoring system, which is very weird. One second. Okay. So we go back down, go into the house, give him the fire rune.
This is wonderful! The fire rune has been on my own chimney all this time! I must write this down in my book!
I think if we give him the journal... Or do I have to read the journal, look at the... I found the life rune. After being with Prince Arlen, we poked at Davia room down. Apparently we need to find 6. We'll draw a picture here so we can get that. So I can get someone to carve the rune diamond. Okay, so someone has to carve it for us.
I trust you will return my...
I think we're done with the ladder, so take it.
I don't want to move that ladder unless we're absolutely...
Oh, wait, maybe we need to...
Good carving wood. Show me a picture of something and I'll carve one for you.
Alright, so we have to give it to him. Brendel suddenly, carefully, there we go, figured it out. Bling, bling, ding dong. Brendel carefully studies the drawing in your journal, then begins to carve one of the wooden shingles in the shape of an air room. Brendel bows and presents the room diamond to you in a flourish, and a perfect duplicate of the image we just saw. So now we can give him this. Explain to Davio.
This is an excellent carving, Brendel.
I think we're done here. Yep.
Thank you for the use of your rope. I hope the ladder aided you. Now that I have done you a favor, Jack Omsford, will you perhaps do a favor for me?
What sort of favor do you want Jack Omsford to do?
Well, someone sounded jelly there.
You are most welcome, Jack Omsford.
What can I do now?
I have something for Prince Aryan. Will you please give it to him?
I'll be happy
Here
to
is a
help.
ring to give to the prince. You need only tell him that it is from she who waits.
Why don't you just give the ring to the prince yourself?
Prince Aryan will understand why I do this.
What? Who is this from?
It's from the guard Lessa for Prince Aryan.
Oh, you startled me for a moment. For the prince? I'd better take this to him immediately.
Davio leaves the room for a few minutes and then returns.
Prince Aryan formally requests to speak with you now.
Formally?
Scholar Davio tells me that you received a silver ring from the guard Lesser to give to me. Is that true?
Yes. What's this all about?
It is an elvish custom, not your concern. However, I do formally request that you give this golden ring to the guard Lesser.
Man, it's raining outside. That means it's going to be a cold front tomorrow. It's going to probably get down in the 40s and 30s, probably. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
So Scholar Davio has informed me. It is your own business, not mine.
You know anything about the rune diamonds?
Why should I? They are of little interest or importance.
Why should we give this
As
ring
you
to
are
Lessa?
in Avalon, you are subject to my rule. You have been requested to deliver the ring to the guard. Therefore, you will do so.
Thank you, Your Highness.
You have my permission to leave my presence.
This guy is way too arrogant.
Jack, that pendant Prince Aryan is wearing, doesn't it look like a rune diamond? Your Highness, what is the object you wear around your neck?
It is an insignia of my high office.
Looks like your insignia looks like the Elvish rune diamond we're searching for.
This is a symbol of rulership, not some fantasy of Davio.
Oh, he looked pissed with that. Did we borrow it for a while?
Of course not. It does not leave my neck.
Sure, we need to get
I
down
have been willing to indulge you on your king's request thus far, but I refuse this ridiculous request. That will be all. You are dismissed.
Prince Aryan's wearing the elf rune diamond.
You will need to convince him somehow to loan it to you.
Can you talk to him about it?
Prince Aryan and I have never been particularly close. I advise, but the prince seldom listens.
I know a few people like that. Have you learned anything new in your studies?
All magic takes a toll. The power to command magic is drawn from the caster's own store of energy. Some magics require more energy than others, and the elf stones use a good deal of the wielder's strength. Without that stamina in the wielder, the stones are powerless.
That explains why Jack was so exhausted after doing magic in Tyrsis.
Jack, you have used magic?
You tell Davio a little about your magical experiences in Tyrsis, which was the last stream.
Fabulous. I have always dreamed of being able to use magic.
You might change your mind if you saw some of the magic we've experienced.
Yeah, it was not good. So basically in the World of Shananra series, if you use magic, it does take a toll on you. It's like your life energy, your life force. We need to speak with Prince Aryan again.
I will inform him of your request. However, I imagine he will be unable to see you for some time. Please let me know when you find the elf stones. I would dearly love to see them.
Alright, well, let's go here.
Did you give my ring to Prince Arian?
As it comes down, take the ring quickly and return to her guard post.
How wonderful. I only dreamed that such a thing might happen. Thank you truly, Jack Holmesford, for your kindness. How may I now help you?
Can we get out of here now?
Your happiness is a reward enough.
You are honorable as well as kind, Jack Holmesford.
Jack, before your honor gets too deep, we could use your help with Arion, you know.
Does it mean you and Prince Arian are engaged?
It only means that we may now court. If we enjoy one another's company, perhaps we will wed.
I'm sure that Prince Arian will enjoy your company.
Yeah, I love the sarcasm with Shella. We do have a problem with dealing with Prince Arian.
Perhaps I can speak with the prince for you. What is the matter, Jack Holmesford?
We need to borrow the elf rune he wears.
Tell me, Jack, is this important to you?
It's important to all of us.
Jack.
Then I will speak directly to the prince for
She's
you.
like totally ignoring
Perhaps
her.
I can convince him of your honor. If you, Jack Holmesford, will guard my post for me, I shall go now to speak with Arian.
You climb up the lookout post after Lessa climbs down. She quickly sprints down the path to the ruler's manor's house.
Think she can sway Arian?
I'm willing to bet on it. She's good at manipulating men.
Man, so sassy. Well, slacking the job again? Yeah, I am slacking, dude. It's slow. Yeah, I got nothing to do, so I'm but trading one slacking for another. I get to present awesome, wonderful content to you, Joe. I almost said Joe Jimbers again. Joe Jimbo. Joe Jibo. There you go. Doji Woji, that's the word I'm thinking of. After a while, you can see Lessa running towards you along the path. Effortlessly, she races up the hill and climbs up the ladder to stand by you.
Here is the elf rune. Prince Arian only requests that you return it as soon as you can.
How did you get Arian to give it to you?
He is most kind to those he considers important.
You thank Lessa politely and climb back down. I'm playing a retro game right up your alley there, Doji. This was only on the PC, though. I know a lot of people are doing that DOS-cember thing, which is an actual thing, where everyone plays like old MS-DOS games for the month of December. Slack. You're missing something. I forget what, though. Open. Trying to remember. Yeah, we're not ready to do that yet. You have to get all the. I know you have to get all the elf stones to get the elf stones from that. That I do remember.
So the elf rune diamond has become a symbol of rulership in Arbelon. Well, this seems most
Do that
appropriate.
December, yeah. Oh, I think you have to take that.
She will make a fine match for Prince Arian.
I agree.
We have the elf.
Congratulations! You are near the end of your quest for the elf stones. Please let me...
So there's something you have to do with this, but I forget what. Need some kind of material, but what do we need? Oh, let's try the handkerchief.
All right for now, but I want my
Okay, we
scarf
figured
back.
it out. Okay, that's what you have to do. Shannara stuffs the scarf into the hole. Now that the hole is plugged, the water pressure in the central shaft of the fountain has greatly increased. After a few moments, the broken piece shoots out through the top shaft, and you pick it up. Yeah, I know Matt's been playing the first Warcraft game. I wonder if he's going to play the second one. The second one is the one I played a living crap out of. You don't know how to emulate DOS games? Well, you're in luck. I mean, if you go to Good Old Games, GOG, they have a lot of games out there that you can just download, or you gotta purchase them. But and they come with DOS box, and the DOS box is specifically catered to that. Or if you have some DOS games, go get something. It's a program called DOSBox. It's completely free. There's tutorials on how to use it, how to emulate CD-ROMs and all that stuff. And it's not that hard to set up. But if you end up getting games off GOG or other websites that come with DOSBox pre-installed, like a few games I have are DOSBox based. So basically, DOSBox emulates MS-DOS, so the game runs perfectly. That's what this is being run off. The DOSBox is already catered to this. It's already been programmed for it, so you don't have to do any kind of setup. And that's the beauty of DOSBox. Now, what Met's doing, he's actually playing an OG-ass hardware. I don't know if will cringe at saying the word DOSBox, I don't know. But since I know Met's all about OG hardware. But getting an older school PC and maintaining it is a little bit more difficult than a console, in my opinion. Like, I had an older Athlon machine that could run DOS games, just straight up, but unfortunately, the metals and stuff like that rusted out on it. After a few moments, the broken piece shoots out of the water and the shaft, and you pick it up. This must be the water room.
Thank you. The water rune is very beautiful.
Alright, so that would replace it with. But what do we have to put in here is the question. All right. There's something we're missing, and I forget what. I don't remember. You gotta put something in there, I think. No. We got, let's see here, hold on. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we got all 6, so that's the case.
I don't think that was supposed to be. I think we should wait until we have all the runes before we.
We do.
I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that was a.
Ah, shoot, I don't remember. Maybe next year, so cool? I've never done DOSember before.
I don't think.
But do we have water, we have elf, we have air, we have fire. Oh, we don't have earth yet. don't remember what you're supposed to do. Oh, nothing yet. You feel like you're still missing something as you retrieve the... Okay. So none of these will go in here. Right? This is where the Earth's at. Let me look at the... Molded clay and rocky place. Okay, we gotta find something that's clay. Maybe if we take... Nope. It's even cleaner now. So does that mean we can do something with it? No. I don't know. Shit. I honestly don't remember.
It is a group.
Nope. There's something we gotta find. What are we missing? Oh, clay. Oh, okay. There it is. Take. You need a container of some sort. Okay. There we go. That's it. There we go. You filled Brendel's cooking pot with clay.
You better clean that out when you're done with it.
We will, Brendel. There, we figured it out. Doji Woji, I'll give you a shout out. You're looking for someone who is very emotional when he streams? Doji is the man right here. Hey, Grandia. Alright, so now we have that. Put the clay in here. Perfect. Then we can take the flagstone. Press the flagstone against the wet clay in the car. It fits perfectly. Zap. Suddenly, sparks fly from the stone and the clay. Startled, you pull your hand back and the flagstone falls back onto the road. The clay in the carved stone is hardened in time and rock and pressed to the surface is the earth rune. Take it. You got it.
Next time I go for a walk, I must make a point of looking for the rock from which you molded this. Please let...
Okay, I don't think you can do anything. Okay, now I think we can do this. The earth rune doesn't fit in the outer diamond. Well, okay.
I don't think that was supposed...
Okay, so... Let's look at the order again. Okay, elf, earth, air. Okay, elf, earth, air. And there's our elf stones. You feel the energy of every living creature on the planet as everything was a part of your very being. You glow with the glory of life when you achieve the rune diamonds. You discover a secret apartment in the runestone. Within it, you see 3 glowing stones.
We got what we came for. Now we can put some of the rune stones back where they belong. And I can get my scarf.
You replace the life rune. Yep.
Wait, I want to get my
Okay,
scarf.
so that's where you gotta return the scarf. Sheila takes her scarf and places the water rune diamond on the back of its place.
There. Now the fountain is the way it should be.
Ah, so that's where the water rune came from. Okay.
We found them. We got the elf stones.
How wonderful! May I please see them? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to escort you immediately to Prince Erion. Please follow me.
Davio escorts you to the main console of Hall of Arbelon.
It is well that you returned the elf rune, Jack Ormsford.
I will.
As for your party, Princess Shannara, I assume you will be leaving Arbelon now.
We need to find an elf to join us.
You want an elf to join your futile mission against the Warlock Lord? No elf would be so foolish.
Arbelon told us to find an elf who can use the elf stones.
Those elves who remain in Arbelon are either unfit for travel or have duties that prevent them from serving the elvish armies.
Where can you find some other elves?
You can travel east to the Strellerheim Plains, where you will find the armies of Arbelon and my father, King Eventide.
We will take our leave.
Very well. Since you have embraced your own destruction by attempting to face the Warlock Lord directly, I must respect your courage, even as I question your intelligence. I will aid you in your mission. I grant you a writ of free passage, which will allow you to travel unquestioned through our armies in Strellerheim, and to speak with King Eventide. Good fortune to you all, for you will need it.
That went very well. You certainly managed to impress Prince Erion.
Once. We need to be going to Strellerheim Plains.
It will be dangerous there, with the troll armies massed against our armies of Arbelon. Why must you go there of all places?
We need to find a trollish magic item and a troll who can wield it.
A troll? How will you get one of those foul creatures to help you?
Jack will figure out something.
Yeah, I'm the heat because I got plot armor. Would you like to come along with
Oh,
us?
I would love to see the magic you will experience. However, I'm afraid I'm not much of an adventurer. I was never very good at fighting or traveling. You honor me with your invitation, but I fear I would be more of a liability than an asset.
We need an elf who can use the elf stones.
I am not certain anyone around here could actually use the elf stones. It is a rare elf with such an affinity for magic. However, an elf would only have to touch the stones to know if he or she had the potential to wield them.
What more can you tell us
There
about
is
magic?
great glory in magic, but all magic has a price, Jack. Sometimes the price is too great, but you will not always have a choice in the matter. The fate of the world again depends upon a descendant of Shannara. I wish you well, Jack, and all the luck in the world.
Thank you for
Would that I could help you more.
Davio, are you certain?
Princess Shella, I would give my life to go, but I am certain you will find someone better to accompany you. Please, before you leave, could I see the elf stones? Please. They are most beautiful. I can feel the power flowing within them. I can feel the magic.
Guess that makes you our companion, if you're willing to come along. Either that, or you'll have to give the elf stones back to us.
I could never bear to give these up. They are far too precious.
Then let's get going.
Do you really want me, of all elves, to join you?
Come on, Davio. You're the best magic-using elf we know.
He's the only one we know. Davio gathers equipment and sends Pharrell to Arbelon.
Greetings, good Davio, and to you all. How is it that you travel this day?
I have joined with Jack Ormsford, Princess Shella, and Grendel to aid them against the Warlock Lord.
Davio, are you not a little old for such adventuring?
I am needed, and so I must go, Lessa.
I wish you all well wherever you must go.
We travel first to the war-torn lands where our armies now clash with the trolls.
Remember me then to my brother Hani, and tell him how things now fare between Prince Arian and myself, if you but have the chance.
If we have a chance, Lesser, we shall.
Good faring and good fortune.
Also to you, farewell.
And that completes Oberlon.
We don't know our way around here, Davio. You'll have to guide us.
I took the precaution of studying the map carefully before leaving. We need to travel north for several miles around the mountains, then head east across the Strellerheim plains. We'll be traveling in the canyon region. I am certain we will encounter the elvish armies and be able to warn King Eventide Lessedil about the return of the Warlock Lord. I apologize for the interruption, Jack Olmsford.
Oh, we gotta go east, north, south, east. Okay. We've gotta go east.
Excuse me, sir, but we need to travel further north in order to rendezvous with the... Pardon me for saying so, Jack Olmsford, but I believe we are much further north.
I'm gonna have to fight stuff. Keep going east. You make camp for the night and fall into a deep sleep. Find yourself drifting in through a strange world. Hey, it's my buddy.
The Elfstones are a dangerous weapon. The magic of the Elfstones draws part of its power from the wielder. Thus, the Elfstones cannot be used more than once without rest, or the user will be drained to the point of death. Also, any use of the Elfstones will draw the attention of Brona. However, the Elfstones are your most powerful tool to use against the Warlock Lord's agents. Use them wisely.
Will do, Alanon, will do. Alanon's words ring in your head as you wake with a start. It is morning, and time to continue journeying to the armies of Avalon. Hello, buddy, how you doing? Ah. I remember when I played this on MS-DOS, it ran a lot smoother because all those animations of the monsters were ran off the CD because they were like, AVIs, or FMVs, I guess you could say.
Look, up ahead. There's a man fighting some monsters.
I fear that he is badly outnumbered.
Come on, Jack. Let's go help him.
There's more where that came from, ugly. Nice of you to drop by. Shall we show these things how to die?
Need help?
Telsac! You gonna join us or just watch?
How am I doing? I'm doing well. We had like 3 raids earlier. We had Sorrel raid us. We had Mana Stormwind and Senior Spoons. It's been entertaining Saturday night here at work. It's not as boring as it normally is. It's so slow here. Way more entertaining than yesterday, that's for sure. So thank you all who popped on in and raided and everything. I wonder if I'm on Sorrel's big TV at the moment. Oh!
So, what brings your unlikely-looking party to the middle of nowhere?
Thank you, all Raiders, and welcome on in. Aw, look at you being such a humble guy. Thank you. I'll give you a cookie for that. You're such a sweetheart.
Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Oh, these cookies!
I gotta get the rat spray from Labs. Put that cookie down! Now!
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't control that, because that's... Sometimes it doesn't want to do it, and sometimes it does. I'm sorry that it sounds all weird like that. I don't know why. I'm running OBS on here on my laptop. I'm thinking it's a Windows 11 thing. It's gotta be. This is called Shannara. It is based upon... it's an old MS-DOS game, which I actually own complete in box. And since it was December, I was like, you know what? I've played this game so many times, but I've never streamed it or showcased it to people. So it's like, it's one of those games that, you know, didn't do well back in the day. It was made by Legend Entertainment, which no longer exists. They're now part of Activision. But Legend Entertainment made games based upon book series and all kinds of point-and-click adventures and all that. And that's what Shannara is, or Shannara. Long story short, this game means a lot to me because my dear Aunt Kay, you know, no longer with us with the living, but she found this game when I was, I think in 1992, 93. She found it at Software Etc. before they became GameStop, and she bought it for me. And it came with the actual first book in the series called The Sword of Shannara, which was made by, written by Terry Brooks. Sorry. Yeah, Terry Brooks. And she knows I like fantasy and adventure, so she got me this game. And I played the game first, and then I was like, man, the game's pretty fun. I like point-and-click adventures, and once I finished the game, I read the book, and I was instantly hooked on the series. And really, I absolutely love the book series. Even my video game project, all three of them have references to Shannara from it. If you like fantasy and adventure and whatnot, it's really good. It's a really great book series. I heavily recommend it because Terry Brooks wrote these books in the 70s. That tells you how old these books are. And 70s or 80s, I think like late 70s, before I was even born. Because I think Terry Brooks is in his 70s now. This game is based upon what happens after the first book. So if there was a book 2 that continue off the Sword of Shannara, then this would be the game based on. Basically, it takes about probably 20 years later. Hey, Zenny, how's it going? Yeah, that's what it's based upon, and I've loved the book series. I got to get back on it because I'm on book 6 of 11. I need to finish it.
All right.
That was a quick shout out.
I suppose there's nothing left to do but rescue the kid.
What game is that? I have no idea. G.O.D. Mesmine. Definitely a Japanese game because I can't even pronounce that. I am Jack Olmsford. You helped my father against the Warlock Lord.
Ooh, now I'm really worried. Trouble runs in your family.
The Warlock Lord is back, and we're trying to stop him.
Rona's back? Well, good luck and goodbye. I had enough of him the last time.
Mr. Creel, were you not at Shay Olmsford's side when he destroyed Brona?
Yeah, and I have no intention of doing that again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I remember that in the book. Who's Telsket and why are you together?
Kelsek is the son of my old pal Kelseth. We're looking for a stolen object.
We're looking for the trolls in the Black Iris.
Now, why would the likes of you be looking for a trollish award?
The Sword of Shannara has been broken, and we need the Black Iris to reforge it.
Well, just so happens Telsek and I are searching for the Black Iris ourselves. Seems some elves stole it from the trolls and, started this war.
Elves do not steal, nor did elves start this war. Trolls kidnapped the Prince of Avalon, and that forced us to move against the trolls.
Hey, wait a minute. We've been tracking the party of elves who took the Iris all the way from the troll homelands. Follow us and you can see for yourselves who stole what.
Autopilot.
Telsec is a great tracker. Not an easy thing to do in this territory.
Elves go.
Telsec says that the tracks of the elves go through here.
Trolls go.
You sure, Telsec? Why would trolls and elves go here?
I don't know, but it looks like they both came through here about the same time, judging from the tracks.
So where'd they go?
I know there's a trap here. Let's talk to our party members real quick. Romancing Saga 3. Okay. Yeah, I played one Saga game for the PS2, but I got so stuck on it. No, it's an RPG. Who made the RPG? Was it by Square? Hello there, Doomsayer. What should we do now?
I don't know, but I don't like the look of this.
What do you make of
This looks like a box canyon, but the tracks go in and they don't come back out. Looks like we need to go the same way the tracks lead.
Thank you for shouting them out. I'm trying to mute. If a shout out kicks in, I'm trying to mute it when it kicks in, so I don't miss it. Oh, look at Frodo with the exclamation point. Isn't he a sweetie?
Something's not right here. Don't know what, but it's not good.
I'm afraid this is not my area of expertise. I would listen to Panamon Creel, as he has the most experience in these circumstances.
What do you make of this?
There does appear to be something decidedly unnatural about that archway.
Yeah, looks like someone's been messing with it.
Can we get
I believe we will either have to deal with things the way they are, or find some way to alter this situation. However, I have no further suggestions of any practical nature.
What do you think we should do now?
Our quarry came in here and they haven't come out. We don't have a lot of options. Looks like a good place for a trap to me. Most of these cliffs are too hard to climb. I don't think we'll find another way into this.
You're up early, man. You're up early, dude. It's only 3 o'clock your time, right? What do you think we should do now?
Telsec says we need to be cautious here.
What do you make of this?
Telsec doesn't like the look of this place either.
Can we get around this?
Telsec thinks the only way is through this passage.
It's no good, Jack. I can't knock down that arch with an arrow.
Tails get, order, take.
Me move.
Throw the boulder to the arch.
Bullseye, Telsec.
That did it. It's collapsing entirely.
Ambush.
What's going on here?
Hey, it's an elf.
Elves? Don't shoot! We're allies from Abalon!
Bad trolls.
Elves and trolls? Hey, what's going on here?
Destroy them all. Get them.
Infinity actually developed the game. It's massive. They're adult situations, so I wonder why. Oh, well, yeah, if it's got, like, you know, lewd porn stuff in it, then I totally get that. 4 a.m. So you're 2 hours ahead of me, okay. What time zone are you in? Not Eastern. You obviously must be Mountain Time. Yeah, it's actually raining out here a lot. It's going to have a big old cold front today, I think. It's going to probably be in the 30s or 40s. My cat keeps going out of her blanket. She needs to make up her mind. She's undecisive. My cat doesn't. Will doesn't do that, luckily. Does your cat knock stuff around the place as well?
What's going on here?
This must be Brona's work. Nasty magic, no doubt about it. How many of these monsters are hiding around here?
Many more.
Oh, great. This could take all day.
I will kill you personally, Jack Omsford.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Friend of yours,
Clint
Jack?
Eastwood again.
No! No!
That's the way, Davio.
Let's take that leader out.
You will pay for this. All of you.
Damn! He's getting away!
Whoa. Now goes Davia, but he's like the mage of the group. Like, don't confuse this game with being a JRPG. This is the most simplistic combat this game has. Okay, getting threatened in a bunch of real world stuff. Okay, so it just did some like stuff that you know, in a game that not like not suitable for work, but just touches on some heavy subjects, which back in those days is something you don't see. Sometimes they will. They never cups or small things, but pens. Yeah, my cat doesn't do that. Oh, they probably got a treasure trove back there. I used to have a dog, a Pomeranian Beagle. She would steal my wallet and hide it under the bed. I was late to work many times because of
Is everyone all right? Ooh, that was some battle.
Monsters go.
You bind the wounded and rest.
Now what? The damn leader got away. The question is, did he take the Black Irex with him?
Jack, what are you doing? Wait for me.
Easy there, princess. Best to take that rock face one at a time. Less chance of rock falls that way.
Jack, be careful.
You come to the mouth of the dark cave, a deep man grotto. Debris in the cave litters the floor. As you turn the call sheet to come up, your feet slip and rumble, and you slide down in the darkness. Oh. You hear the near miss of a rock landing near your shoulder. Older, who are you?
Dodge this one, monster.
It's okay, I keep rolling, not your enemy.
Prove it, scum.
Stop throwing rocks at me.
Elves never give up.
Sassy boy, ain't it?
I have nothing to say to you, troll lover.
Wow, that's a bit of a racist thing to say. Written passage. Let's give him the written passage.
Who gave this to you?
You explain how Prince Arion of Arbalon gave you the letter. Man, that sounds like an interesting RPG. Yeah, Japan got some really good gems that we never got. I never knew that Paladin's Quest got a sequel, and I did play the sequel to that called Linus 2, Someone did a really good patchwork of it. Great game. Like, just nothing but quality of life improvements from the first one. Jack, be careful. Jack, be quick. That's something you do with the candlestick. Nice, Vernon. Nice. And your rhymes. Story's intense. Takes place in an essentially modern world. In 24 hours, we've gotten Japan to Mouse. Also, it uses real world locations. Nice.
Where is my father, King Eventide?
He's gone to war against the trolls to rescue you.
Those were not real trolls. They were monsters.
Monsters? Jack Holmesford. I guess you must be Prince Ayn.
Prince Ayn Elithidil, son of Eventide, King of Arbalon. You can just call me Ayn, though.
How did you get away from monsters?
They tied me up when they saw some people coming. I slipped out of the ropes while they were busy and hid up here. This is a great place to throw rocks at the monsters. I can get them, but they can't get me. I drove a couple of monsters off already.
Well done. I'll take it to your
Great.
father.
You lead. I'll follow. That way I can keep an eye on you just in case.
That's the Black Iris.
The leader of the monsters put that up there. Then he did something weird to the ceiling around it.
What do you mean by that?
The leader used some kind of magic around that thing.
Well, you know what
He
the
just
leader...
got here a day or so ago, but all the other monsters are afraid of him.
What happened to the ceiling after the leader did something?
It looked like it moved a little, and some of the rocks fell down. Scholar Davio always said that you never know what knowledge will be useful.
Let's save the game. We're about 40% done. So I think we need to tie the rope to this. Okay, hold on the other rope. You tell Aim to follow you. Extinguish your lantern before leaving the cave.
Jack, what happened? Who's that with you?
Ayn! Prince Ayn, are you all right? How did you get here?
Oh, hello, Scholar Davio. I'm okay. Jack Olmsford rescued me from the monsters.
We must find your father immediately and explain this situation. Arbalon is at war with the trolls because we thought trolls had stolen you away.
Jack, did you find the Black Iris?
You show Panamon Creel the rope and explain the situation. Telska takes the end of the rope and gives it a strong yank. Black Iris is pulled from the cave before the roof of the cave collapses on it.
Irix.
Telsek, we need that in order to defeat Brona.
Go, trolls.
You're gonna have to convince the Troll King of that. Telsek is honor-bound to return the Black Iris to the trolls.
Darn.
Since when do trolls have honor?
Watch it, Elf. Telsek, like his father Kelset, is about as honorable a being as you can find. So if you want the Black Iris, you'll have to come with us to the battleground where the elves and trolls do play. You'll have to do some pretty fast talking to convince the trolls to let you have the Black Iris. It's only awarded to the mightiest and most honorable of all trolls.
A very rare commodity indeed.
Then let's stop talking and get going.
You're being guided by Telska across the Strenelheim Plains. At some
All
point, I'll
right,
see
let's
where the
get
story
going.
goes. Yeah, let me know,
Next
man.
stop,
I'm actually...
the war.
Is that like the first in the series, or the only game in the series? Always, I mean, I never got to play some good games that never got released in Japan. That's how I found out about Final Fantasy V before it became, you know, a thing in the States.
There, you can see the two great armies. To the west lies the encampment of the elves, and to the east, the camp of the trolls.
Look! I can see my father's tent from here. Let's go.
Jack, my people are at war with the trolls, and it would be best I not approach that encampment. I will take Prince Ayn to his father in the elven camp and explain the situation to him. Farewell to you all.
I'm interested in listening to Panamon's and Telsek's opinions on the situation.
What do you know about this war? Standalone title. You said Infinity made it? What other titles did Infinity make? Did they? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that name, that company name for SNES games. I really don't. I'm really not familiar. You have to sleep in it. Or you could play it there, Fernum. You could play it. I mean, I'd play it if it was redeemed because it's an RPG, but it does sound interesting.
Oh, the trolls are furious at the elves for stealing the Black Iris. Besides, war against elves makes a nice variation from the usual war between troll tribes.
What do you think will win this war?
You know, there may be more elves than trolls, but I'll bet on the trolls.
How did you meet Telskin?
Well, I've done a fair amount of wandering since I last saw your father. I was returning north for a visit and saw a troll who looked very familiar. Yeah, Telsek's the spitting image of his father, Kelset. Kelset was one of the finest people you could meet, and Telsek would do him proud.
And I think Kelska, he dies in the first book. He does something like a sacrifice or something like that. Are all trolls more like?
You've seen Telsek here in action. He uses his brains as well as his strength. The Troll King would rather fight than think, and a lot of trolls are like him. But remember, the Black Iris is awarded only to the most honorable and respected of trolls. So fighting skill isn't the only thing trolls admire.
Trolls first.
Stop! We'd kill you dead.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll handle this. Hey, it's all right. I'm Panamon Creel, good friend of your king.
Kill them!
Smooth talking, Panama.
Telsek, do something!
Not fight.
You'll be killed!
Not fight.
Well, suit yourself.
I think we have to retreat from this fight. You're gathered at Chosen Hall to face the Troll King. You stand before the... Yeah, cause that's a fight you're supposed to retreat. You stand before the King of Trolls and his warriors that growl and shout their own language.
Uh-oh. This doesn't sound good.
What are they arguing about?
Well, yeah, they all agree we're human scum, and Telsek is a traitor to his own kind. The argument is mostly about, how to kill us.
Human scum die, Telsek die.
Telsek, say something in your own defense, or we won't live long enough to regret this.
Telsek puts a black iris in his eye.
The black iris? How you find? Where you find?
All right, let me do the talking for you, Telsek. Yeah, it all started when Telsek and I learned of the missing Black Iris, several weeks ago.
Enough, Panamon. Too much talk.
Let's let Jack explain, Panama.
Exactly, I'm the main character. I should be doing the explaining. The Warlock Bro Brona has returned from the dead.
Bad. Very bad.
The black hair is stolen by Brona's monsters disguised as elves.
Elves come steal Black Iris.
Rona steal.
With that magic that made them look like elves. Both elves and trolls are tricked into this war by Brona.
Ha! Easy to trick elves.
This town was plotted by Brona to weaken both elves and the trolls.
War be over soon. All elves dead.
Many trolls dead.
The elves are not your enemy. Brona is.
Brona, strong enemy. Fight hard. Elves die easy.
Brona will be stronger if you fight this war.
We need to make peace with the elves.
Peace only when trolls win war.
What if the elves win?
Elves not win. Trolls strong.
Trolls strong. Hulk smash. Come in and say hi, brother. Aw, am I your brother now? Aw. Well, step brother, I guess, right? Oh, boy goes, yeah, you know, it's going slow. You know it is. 24 hours is 24 hours. It'll go by fast. I don't know if I'll be streaming later today because I'm going out with my stepdad's family. I think he's doing his corporate work Christmas deal. And he wants me to meet his girlfriend for the first time, so I don't know how that's going to go. But hopefully it'll go well. If I might stream a little late, might do an 8 to 10 stream, we'll see. Have a good one, man. Is there any way to end this troll at the trolls and elves dying?
Well, there could be a challenge of champions.
Troll champion win easy. Elf champion lose easy. War over quick. No elf beat troll. No elf accept challenge. Elf lose. Elf stupid. Not that stupid.
Maybe Jack could talk to the elves and get them to accept the challenge.
Yeah, let's go talk the elves into this.
You all prisoners. Let you go, you run off. Then we not get to kill you.
No. Much honor.
Honor in human scum? Ha!
Stake life.
Telsec stake life. Human scum get elves to accept challenge?
Telsec, maybe that isn't such a good idea.
Stake life.
Telsec die if elves not accept challenge. Let human scum go. If no return by sunset, Telsec die.
Plenty muscle on you. Make good stew.
Kill you dead next time.
Come no closer, wayfarers. The army of Avalon is at war. Strangers are not permitted in our camp.
Turn that down a little bit. I obviously changed my defaults back to normal. Well, old game, what do you expect? We need to speak to King Eventide.
This is a place of war, and the king is unavailable.
We've just come from the troll camp. We need to parley with the king.
Humans in league with troll scum? You are fools to admit such dark dealings. Return to your trollish masters, dogs.
Wait! We're not servants of the trolls. We have information that could stop the war.
It is too late, fair one. The war has begun, and will end in the defeat of the trolls.
I am Jack Homser. This is Princess Shella of Lee, and her companions are Brendan the Dwarves and Panama Creel. The king has been informed of our coming.
I have my orders, gentle beings. I have had no word to admit you to the camp.
We helped rescue Prince Ain from the royal
Prince
lord.
Ain has returned with the scholar Davio. He had been kidnapped by trolls.
Prince Ain was kidnapped by monsters disguised as trolls.
Trolls are monsters. We are at war. No outsiders permitted in this camp.
Oh.
Allow me to lead you to King Eventide, honored guests.
Yep.
Enter freely the encampment of the Arbalon armies.
Greetings, Jack Holmesford, Princess Shella of Lee, Brendel of Calhaven, and Panamon Creel. Scholar Davio informed us of your coming. I am Eventide 11.
The voice acting's very good for a 1990 game.
And
I am honored to meet all of you.
I thank you greatly for the return of my son, Ain. It seems my family will forever be in debt to your family, Jack. It grieves me that Arbalon must once again fight a war started by the Warlock Lord. There will be many deaths and little gain.
We've come here to stop this war, actually.
Jack, why don't you tell King Eventide what happened at the troll camp?
You relate the details of what on in the troll camp. You ask the elf ruler to accept the challenge of champion.
No elf can take on a troll single-handed in combat.
Does it have to be combat?
In a challenge of champions, the chosen defenders of both sides contend to determine the winner.
Who determines what weapon is used in the challenge?
According to the rules of a challenge of champions, the choice of weapons goes to the side that is challenged.
Why don't elves choose a weapon that'll give them the advantage?
In any form of combat, the troll has an unfair advantage.
What about a battle of wits?
Perhaps we could choose a weapon of marked advantage to the elves. Shall we turn the challenge of champions into a riddle contest?
Challenging the trolls to a riddle contest is a battle of wits with an unarmed opponent.
An excellent suggestion. We shall meet with the Troll King at dawn to accept the challenge. Our chosen weapon will be
riddles.
I invite you all to stay in the Elven encampment as my guests.
Well,
we need to return to the troll camp to tell the trolls that you'll meet their king tomorrow.
Very well. Until tomorrow. Farewell.
Jack convinced the elves to accept the challenge of champions.
Good. If elves lose, they surrender. Then trolls kill them all. No trolls die.
That's not the way a challenge is supposed to be.
Is troll way.
You will need to meet with King Eventine Elesadil at dawn tomorrow.
Hey, at least we figured out all the puzzles
Tomorrow
in the
war ends.
in the
Trolls win.
all the runes. I was almost, I'm like, wait, I'm missing. Oh, the clay. I'm just missing that one little thing, and we picked up that clay, and that was the solution. You spend a restless night in the troll camp awaiting the dawn. At first light, you travel with the Troll King, whose war is an open area between the two camps.
Greetings, King of the Trolls. We meet upon the battleground for your power. What that mean?
Talk. Challenge.
Trolls demand challenge of champions from elf scum. The elves of Arbalon accept the gracious offer of the trolls. How we kill you? What weapons you want? Riddles are the weapons we choose. Riddle, not weapon. Elves cheat.
The choice of weapon rests with the challenged.
No! Riddle, not weapon. No challenge.
No challenge.
If you are afraid of losing, perhaps you will apologize for your insults and retract your challenge. What that mean?
Say sorry.
No! Trolls not lose. Trolls not say sorry to elf scum. And then you'll stand by your challenge of champions. Trolls challenge elf scum. Trolls beat elf scum at riddles.
The challenge has been given and accepted. The weapon chosen is the riddle. Both sides will withdraw from the field to choose their champion, then return for the challenge of champions.
There's much growling and snarling from the trolls, and they have been a bitter argument.
They don't like the idea of the riddle contest very much.
No.
It's human scum fault. If trolls lose, human scum die. Then elves die.
Troll honor?
No honor if trolls lose.
Oh, it's honor.
Who troll champion? Strongest fighter troll? Very stupid.
Oh, Telsec would make a good champion. He did find the Black Irex, after all.
Telsec make good champion, yes. If lose, Telsec die with human scum. Who want to be champion helper? Also die if trolls lose challenge.
I'll do it.
No, you stay here. Trolls lose, you die first.
Jack will help Telsec.
Jack be next to die if trolls lose. Jack, that's...
Thanks, Sheila, for speaking. Thanks, Sheila, for throwing me under the bus like that. I appreciate it. Thank you. You stand proudly beside Telsec and you agree to help him.
Good. Not waste good troll when lose challenge. Now we go tell elves we very honorable. Challenge of champions will begin.
The Elven Challenger will be the first to pronounce a riddle. The Troll Champion will present the solution to the Elven Arbiter before the passing of an hour, or the Elves will be declared winner. Once the riddle is answered, the Troll will query the Elven Challenger. Again, the Elf has 1 hour to answer. All riddles must be answerable by objects located within the immediate area of this battlefield. If the object cannot be found, the champion can challenge his opponent. Unless the opponent produces the object, he forfeits the match. The champion for the Elves of Avalon is Prince Ander. The champion for the Trolls is Telsec. I shall be the arbiter of the rules, as shall my trollish counterpart, Gronk. The Elf champion will now announce the first riddle.
On the wind I sail, giving flight to the wing. Graceful, dancing, floating thing.
The first riddle has been spoken. The Troll champion has 1 hour to return with the answer.
Jack, Brindle and I are going to stay in King Eventine's tent during the competition. We'll see you there.
This isn't too hard
Good
if
luck.
I remember correctly.
Go troll.
Go trolls.
Riddle rhyme. Wing thing.
Any idea what we're doing now?
Trust. Jack.
Well, thank you. Well, we said, how are we going to solve the riddles?
Thing.
Sir.
Third.
Telsec is a man of simple words. Why did you stake your life on the challenge?
Believe Jack.
Wow. The Mary Troll guards here?
The meaner.
Let's go. You have found the solution to the riddle. You must test it. Okay, there you go.
Halt! No troll filth enters the camp of Avalon.
Jack, what's going on?
Good day again, Jacko. You will forgive me if I do not aid you against my people in this conflict.
What do you think about the riddle?
Something that flies is my guess. I think the trolls will be furious, and you'll be in a lot of danger.
Oh no. We are going to do... What were we going to do if the trolls do win the contest?
I warned King Eventide that the Troll King was treacherous.
It is well known that one should never trust a troll.
Tell sex honorable.
For a troll, perhaps.
You don't need luck, Jack. It just takes brains, and you've got that.
Well, aren't you just a sweetheart?
You'll figure out something, Jack.
It's alright, he's a challenge of the troll.
The troll is an enemy. It may enter only as a prisoner.
You saw our letter for you passage.
The letter made no mention of trolls, Jack Omsford.
Okay. Doesn't firearm
Trolls have no honor.
Let's see. Then we gotta do one of the. Let me see here. Didn't they give us?
Hey, how's it going, you two? You're solving those riddles right and left, I'll bet.
Smash you flat.
A bird. Not a bad answer for that. But it's almost too obvious. Look around until you see something that reminds you of the riddle. I'm sure you'll think of some way to keep the trolls from slaughtering the elves.
No.
Yeah, Telsec. I don't think the Troll King has much honor either. Well, let's just say you and I won't have to worry too much about Brona taking over the world.
Yeah, they'll kill us.
Good.
Okay, we have to give it to Telsec. Okay.
The Troll Champion has returned. Do you have the answer to the riddle?
Davio hands the Davio the feather.
Feather.
This is an acceptable answer. It is the Troll Champion's turn to ask a riddle.
Skull Crusher.
The riddle has been spoken. The Elf Champion has 1 hour to return with the answer.
Prince Andrew leaves the battlefield, but quickly returns with a large rock in hand. He gives it to Davio.
Is this an acceptable answer?
Yes.
It is the Elf Champion's turn to ask a riddle.
Silver armor, shining bright, never yet
I remember
a
this
noble
riddle.
knight. Swiftly darting, silent as death, alive, yet never breathes a breath.
The second riddle has been spoken. The Troll Champion has 1 hour to return with the answer.
Thank you for the follow, Hella Miles. Welcome on in. Welcome to the party. Good evening to you, or good morning. Not sure how long I'm running. If you're still going, I'll be on top. I'll be on top, billing for my raid, and so it'll be. Oh well, thank you very much. I'm probably gonna go for maybe another hour, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Helen Miles, welcome on in. How are you doing this evening? First time chatter, I always try to give a shout out to first time chatters, so I'll throw you a shouty outies. Street Fighter 6. I've not played that one yet. Last fighting game I played was Soul Calibur. Yeah, whooping that ass though. Oh, perfect Kate. Wow, well done. I know this game almost by heart, so, but I've never got to stream. I never streamed it or recorded or anything like that, so It's fun to actually present a childhood game from my youth to present to everybody on here, because not many people probably are well aware about Shannara. 3 or 4 hours in. Oh, no problem, man, Zenny. Have a good night, man. So, oh, I love Soul Calibur. I played the first one, the second one. I got first one for the Dreamcast. Second one I played for the Cube. Played the crap out of that. I think I played 4, and then I jumped straight into 6, which I got on Steam. The adventure, Soul Calibur is one of those games. The adventure mode actually is pretty fun, and they actually have a story to it. I heard that Street Fighter has a story mode to it as well. Always love playing as Son Mina. Let's see here. I believe it's a fish, right? Foot wears armor, but not a knight. Moves swiftly and silent, alive, but doesn't breathe a breath.
Reminds me of another riddle I heard once. Cold as death and alive without breath. You don't need...
Hey, how's it going? I'd think about something living that doesn't breathe air.
Which is a fish.
Well, I'll bet that armor isn't what you'd expect. What?
I was very young at the time, though. Soul Calibur was fun. I used to play in yeah, I played that in the arcades as well. Killer Instinct and the first 3 Mortal Kombats I played a lot, too. After that, I didn't really play Mortal Kombat too much. I didn't care for 4. Now, I did play, what was it, Mortal Kombat... I think it was Mortal Kombat 9 or 10. I think it was 10 I played. I streamed that. I played the story mode to that. That was pretty fun. And it can't touch a candle to the first 3 Mortal Kombats, in my opinion, because I always liked it. Oh, baiting the hook. Okay.
Worms. Fat, juicy worm.
I need a worm, please. Can I have some of that tasty stew?
What
over?
you give for stew. Good stuff for stew.
Good stuff for stew. Gotta give him some.
Tear you to shreds.
Let's see.
Good stuff.
Okay, we gotta give him good stuff for stew.
Hey.
Kill you dead next time.
Okay, that's not it. Club. Spear. Gotta give him something. I can't remember what, though. I don't think we have anything we can give him. No. It's something we gotta find an item. We gotta get worms. Oh, okay.
Pity about the wine. Should have used it.
That's
Sure.
right.
No use
That's
for it.
right. You get the wine from spoiled wine. Yep, the wine's... I didn't know wine could spoil. I don't drink wine personally, so... Kind of all over the place with the lore. Yeah. 2 months straight. Shh, going to bed now. Oh, you're not going to bed.
165.
You're not going to bed. I'm shouting you to fuck out, bitch.
I am going to bed now.
No, you're not. I'm shouting you out first. Let's see how goofy he sounds with my messed up shout-outs.
This is what I can do. This is what I can fucking do. Get my ass fucking wrecked. That's Donald.
Oh, that's
You need to tell me when you're about to fucking save my fucking life. It's over. Yeah, that was the best timed oof anyone could have ever oofed in their whole oof. Holy fucking shit.
Have fun with that. Was that Sephiroth? No, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god, sick. That was just... I swear to God, that was perfectly timed. I went dark form? Oof. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for that subscription, man. Yeah, I didn't have to do. I appreciate you. And I'll say damn 5 times. Damn, 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 damn. I'll give you... Master Max is a very good dude, full of all kinds of energy, a little suspicious at times with that innocent tag, but he's okay, I guess. You know, I guess he's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now get some sleep. Sleep well, buddy. Have a good Sunday afternoon, morning, or whenever you get up. This bro streams like 50 hours a day. He is crazy. Oh, I got Super Game Station in here too. Well, hello, buddy. How you doing? Long time no see. And I haven't seen you stream in forever and a day, man. I hope you're doing all right. Must be busy at the holidays at your game store.
No.
It's like, fuck it. I died. Yeah, where you been, man? I haven't seen you stream in a while. It's like just life and work kicking your butt. I haven't seen you forever. And thank you again for sending me that. That was such a surprise and a treat. Thank you again for sending me that. The Wii U stand. I didn't know. I was like, I saw you send me that. I'm like, wait, what is this? I don't remember ordering anything off his site recently. And you sent me that. That was no charge or nothing. Super Game Station is a really good dude. I really would love to see you like get if you would have newer games up there. Like I know you don't. Your store doesn't do it. But if you ever guys do that, I would turn to you first, rather than the Amazon or Walmart to go buy if it's a brand new game I want to get. Now if I look for retro games, I'm gonna look at your store first before I go to my mom and pop store. Or if I see something I want. Actually, there is a game I want. I'm gonna. It's for the Switch, but I saw it at my retro store, but I never bought it. But it looks like an interesting game. I'll send you a DM, and if you catch wind of it, let me know, and I'll buy it off you first. I mean, it was a combat battle between you and my retro store when Astral Chain, where I got it first on physical, and they beat you to the punch. But I definitely I will look to your store first, definitely 100%. A lot of works. Yeah, I figure that's why you haven't been streaming lately. Especially with Black Friday and all that crap, right? Alright, we'll give you...
Ah, that good stuff makes stew strong. You take good worm stew.
The cook ladles out a scoop of glistening, slimy worms. They really do this stereotyping with the trolls, don't they? Now we put this to the and then we go fish. Since this seems to be the only water area, you can ignore the elf soldiers luring you alive in the stream. After a few attempts, you're surprised to feel a tug on the line. You haul a large fish out of the stream. Tessa grabs it so you can escape back into the water.
Good. We go.
Awesome sauce.
What is your answer?
Tells the hands the fish to troll arbiter and the fish is swiftly eaten.
This clearly answers the riddle. It is the troll champion's turn to ask a riddle.
Sightless eyes.
That would be a skull.
The riddle has been spoken. The elf champion has 1 hour to return with the answer.
After Under leaves the area for about 15 minutes. When he returns, he gives the troll arbiter a deer skull. The skull is swiftly eaten.
I gather the skull was an acceptable answer. It is the elf champion's turn to ask a riddle.
In spring I am born. In summer, I darken. In autumn, I blaze. In winter, I die.
The third riddle has been spoken. The troll champion
what
has
are they
1 hour
talking
to
about?
return
They're
with the
talking
answer.
about the 4 seasons.
Fall season.
Yeah. We're talking about the seasons, so what do you think the answer is, chat? What do you think the answer is? Once is born in spring, darkens in summer, blazes in autumn, and dies in the winter.
Sounds like a leaf, but it's not going to be easy to find a tree around here. You don't need...
Well, Sheila just spoiled it for us. It is a leaf. Look at that. But I want to, like, show you all the dialogue options, so...
Hey, how's it going, you two? You're solving those riddles right and left, I'll bet.
You ever seen this game before? Super Game Station. I didn't know Master Max was even in here lurking.
Now, you need to remember that elves are very sly. Even if you know an answer, you won't find it easily around here. I'd do some careful searching along
Never
with
seen
some
this.
serious
Yeah, it's a
thinking.
point-and-click game. The name of the game is Shannara. This was a childhood game my aunt gave me many years ago. I even still got it complete in box. Of course, I'm playing on the emulator with DOSBox, digital-wise, but I actually have the game physical. It came with the book, the novel book written by Terry Brooks, and after I played the game, I was hooked on the series. And my video game projects actually have references to Shannara, so this game means something to me in a way of childhood memories, because my aunt found this game set as a surprise. She's no longer with us. She died about 5 years ago to breast cancer. But yeah, anytime I pick up the book series, I immediately think of her. And I've never streamed this or recorded this, so I figured, hey, why not present? It is DOScember, so why not present something that's MS-DOS? That would be this.
Oh yeah, that's an elf riddle, no doubt about it. You see, they favor riddles about nature. Well...
I do not give help to those who help the trolls.
We're trying to solve the riddle challenge.
The elves would have won the challenge of champions by now if it weren't for you.
This is like Quest for Glory. Yeah, this is a point-and-click adventure game, but you're exactly right. It's Quest for Glory, like MS-DOS point-and-click. Well, that's an interesting game to play for DOScember. I may have to do that next year, play Quest for Glory 4. Oh, man. Oh, no, yeah, that was a great game. That or Gabriel Knight. I could always play that. Is this by the... No, this was made by Legend Entertainment. This wasn't made by Sierra. Oh, wait, you're looking the game up to see who it was made by? Okay. So you're familiar with the names? They also did the game Deathgate, Legend Entertainment. Now, this isn't... Because you're talking about Quest for Glory. Quest for Glory was made by Sierra Online. This is made by Legend Entertainment.
If you believe the trolls will peacefully end this war, you are more than foolish.
Do you know a guard named Hani?
I am he.
We helped your sister Lessa in Aberlon.
How is it that my sister needed your aid?
We helped her exchange rings with Prince Arion.
Prince Arion is now courting Lessa? That is fair news indeed.
Lena asked us to tell you about she and Prince Arion.
An alliance between the Alessadil family and our own would be useful.
Will you help us since we have helped your sister?
I cannot betray my people, even for a friend. I am pleased that... Do not take my shield. You may have aided my sister, but I will not help you against my own people.
We're trying to help both elves and trolls by ending this war without bloodshed.
You are foolish to think the trolls will abide by the agreement.
That's a possibility. Honey, we need trolls' cooperation to stand against the Warlock Lord. Developed by the Coles. The Coles is the equivalent term to Corey Cole and Lorianne Cole. Oh, yeah, those two. I remember those who they are. They formed forced to... Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so they had to take part in this. That's interesting. I know who the Coles are. I've heard of them before. And I know that they They were part of the Sierra Online group. I didn't know they did this. That's interesting. I don't remember the Wikipedia even saying something along those lines. You did some damn research there. Also made the first Dr. Brain game. Never heard of Dr. Brain. So they probably also had their hand in Deathgate, because it plays similar. Deathgate's very similar to this.
The Warlock Lord is long gone. May his soul rot forever.
By my father's name and the sword, I swear that Brona is back.
Your father was Shay Omsford. What you say must be true, and your news is indeed grave.
Brona caused the prince's kidnapping.
War is the playground of the Dark Lord. I fear my people are his pawns.
Brona checked the trolls into this war.
Trolls have always been Brona's slaves.
Trolls free.
Yep. The trolls are now free. We need your shield to answer the riddle.
I do not help trolls.
Hana, we need your
You
help.
ask me to betray my people? How do you hope to convince me to do such a thing?
Try Trey.
I have no use for a broken sword. It is valueless.
You explain that this is the sword of Shannara.
I find it very difficult to believe that this is the sword of Shannara. Why do you carry such an object?
Never heard of Dr. Brain now. You're getting educated on some old school retro stuff. I know you love retro games. I have the box, but it's at home. When I stream at home or next time I play this, I will try to remember to bring the box here at work.
You ask me to betray my...
You showed how a broken piece of sword of Shannara.
Why do you hand me this broken sword?
This is the sword of Shannara.
It cannot be. It is broken.
You explain how the sword became broken.
So you seek to reforge the sword of Shannara? How may I aid you in your quest?
Hello, Supa. Welcome back. Sup, Supa. Do people say sup, Supa? Like sup? Sup. I'm never gonna forget that blue beard. That was too cool. I need to borrow your shield. I offer you the sword of Shannara. I keep saying Shannara. It's Shannara as security.
Why do you seek my shield? It has not the value of the sword of Shannara.
You tell him the only way to reforge the sword is to gain the friendship of the trolls.
Take my shield and keep the sword of Shannara. I believe your task is hopeless, but I will do what I can to restore the sword.
You take the shield with words of thanks and hands to Telsket.
What is your answer?
Telsket shows the elven shield to Davio. Lurking. I know you were. You said hello earlier, but then you stopped talking, so I knew you were lurking or you had to go or whatnot. So I'm welcoming you back. In the D&D world. Well, Deathgate has no combat in it. It's purely point and click, and the combat in this game is very minimal. It's a point and click adventure like this one is. Good game, though. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? FFTA? 1 or 2? I'm thinking the first one, not A2. I've only played A2. I've seen Cube Dude play the first one, but I played I haven't played A1 yet. I did play A2 I actually have that on my DS. That game was really good. I loved A2. I mean, I've watched Cube Dude play it a little bit, and yeah, that judgment system's unforgivable. In A2, they tame it down a bit. The only time I really ever felt the judgment system is when deal more than 50 damage. Well, I'm over leveled. That ain't happening here.
Oh, please.
Is this an acceptable answer?
It is.
It is the Troll Champion's turn to ask a riddle.
Jack, help. What riddle?
Ask a riddle about the elves. That is the solution. I remember that. So we can just wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and just do the elf stones. And so we can finish this section of the game. I may not beat this in 3 streams. It might take 4.
Magic rocks.
Magic rocks? That is not a proper riddle.
On what grounds is the riddle improper, Prince Ander?
The rules clearly state that the answer to the riddle can be found in this immediate area. There are no magical stones of any sort in this region.
But my lord!
If the riddle is unanswerable, the contest is forfeit. Thus the elf folk now win by default.
Not more?
Do not waste my time, troll. Your people have lost the challenge of champions.
Show, Davio.
To what is that troll referring, Davio?
To these, my lord. Tell us it refers to the elf stones of Avalon.
Deathgate Wiki mentions Hells and Wickman who write D&D novels. Ah, okay. Well, cause I've played Deathgate several times. It's based upon the novel book, but there, I mean, I guess in terms of magic and stuff, yeah, there's like, it's, you know, magic and lore, but it doesn't really do any like D&D references such as dice rolling or anything like that. You may have it backwards. Yeah, I think you may have it. Oh, I have that game on my wish list on Steam. Me and Whitefire Demon are planning on playing it. Our friend Eric told us about it. Is it pretty good? I have that on my wish list to go buy on Steam when the holiday sale kicks in.
Ha! Elves lose by own rules. Trolls win challenge.
I fear, my lords, that the Troll King is correct. The trolls win the challenge by default.
Trolls win! Trolls win! The elven armies shall return to their homelands. This land shall be given to the trolls. Throw down weapons! Give up! We are not fools, Troll King. Your treachery will not prevail, and the elves are not defenseless. Then trolls will fight, and elves die.
Eventide danger.
Troll King, look out!
Here's your combat part of the game, Super Game Station. Nothing much different.
Whoa.
You give orders and stuff like that, but it's more like the bulk fight from Final Fantasy 1. There are sometimes you have to do some strategic stuff, but it's very simplistic. Another game I've never played it, but I have it. I do have it. I have it downloaded. One game by Legend Entertainment was a game called Mission Critical. I do want to check that out because Michael Dorn's in it. You know, the actual actor, and for FMV wise, it's an FMV game, and it looks really interesting. I've never played it. It's a point-and-click adventure game as well. If you want to look up Mission Critical, Super Game Station. Very fun, yet stressful. Oh, not like a bad kind of stressful though, right? Oh, you mean like a jump scare? Scary shit times happen. Pretty impressive for a DOS game in 95. Oh yeah, this? Yeah. Yeah, this is all like runs on CD. Like if I was like to play this on CD, you'd hear the CD go off. This game didn't get good reviews, sadly. It didn't sell well.
Sincere thanks, Jack.
I think it was very well done.
And Davio.
Especially after reading the book.
It seems the greatest treachery is that of the Warlock Lord. Those Bronus monsters? Warlock Lord almost killed Troll King. Brona will pay.
Brona, enemy.
Elf.
Elf, ally.
Not kill elf scum. Lousy fight anyway. Bronus monsters make good fight. The armies of Arbelon shall return to our homelands to prepare for our attack upon the forces of the Warlock Lord. There is now a formal truce between the Trolls and the Elves, assuming the Troll King accepts this offer. You go home, we claim land. Sounds fair. We fight Brona's monsters. Sounds fun. The elven armies leave at dawn. Good. We go camp now. Trolls rule. Warlock Lord never use trolls again. Troll King win war. Troll King earn Black Iris.
No.
No honor.
Who has more honor than Troll King?
Talsek.
Jack.
Talsek, much honor. Talsek earn Black Iris.
No. Troll King.
Talsek.
The mighty war of Trolls forces all shouting Kelsey's name. The Black Iris is taken away from the Troll King.
Talsek, may good Troll King.
No. Troll King me.
Go, Jack.
Telsek is gonna face the Warlock Lord and make him pay for trying to trick the trolls.
Good. Telsek go far. Kill Brona for trolls. Very honorable. Or very dead.
What about you, Panemon? Care to join us against Brona?
Princess, it's tempting, I'll tell you. I've faced him once, and I'm not afraid to face him again. Well, not too afraid anyway. However, I think I'm gonna stay right here. Someone's gotta help the Troll King learn about honor.
Good. Humans come teach Troll King. Troll King be like Talsek.
Farewell, Telsek. I'm gonna miss your rocky face around here. Jack, I wish you all the luck in the world. You're sure gonna need it. You're the finest group of heroes I ever had the chance to save the world with. Hey, when you see Brona, tell him I said hello.
A lot of good voice acting in this game. Like animal kid out of nowhere. Okay, no jump scares. Okay, because like I saw the game and it kind of reminds me of a little bit of oh, what the hell's that game called? Phasmophobia in a way. Tolkien has a huge influence in modern fantasy in my. Oh, he does. You're not wrong. I completely agree. You say farewell to Panemon and the trolls and return to the elf camp. Davio greets you. You spend the night as honored guest. At dawn, the elf king and his younger sons bid you good luck and farewell. You begin your journey towards the elf dwarven lands of Colhaven. Before you leave the battlefield, Tessa returns the Han's shield, much to the elf's surprise.
Our journey now is to far off Colhaven. We will need to travel eastward to Janison Pass, then south past the town of Storlock, and on to the Silver River. We can follow along the river until we arrive at the Dwarf City.
We can meet the healing gnomes at Storlock. Perhaps we can get one of them to join us.
Long way to go home from here.
Yep.
Telsek does seem a reasonable sort of person for a troll.
Jack, Fred.
Alright, well, we will stop it here, and next time we play next week for this, we will be going into, what's its face, into Colhaven. So we're about, what, I think halfway through the game? You're about 50% done with your quest. So one or two more streams, we ought to be done with the game. It depends on chat and everything else. Yeah, the voice, which amazes me. I think that, I mean, I read some information about, I read some information about, hey Naughty, how's it going? I read some, and sleep well. We're about to finish up in a second. I read about Legend Entertainment, and that, because Super Game Station brings up an interesting point, is that's probably what won the downfalls to Legend Entertainment. They were not making great sales, and they even did Unreal 2. They actually had a hand in Unreal 2, the first-person shooter game. And they also did the Wheel of Time, which is based upon the book, but it's more of a first-person shooter. Wheel of Time's another good game. I may have to check out down the road. I don't know if that was in the DOS era, though. I'd have to look. But Legend Entertainment just, they spent more money on their budget, or more money on the game stuff, and put a lot of investments in their games, but they didn't turn a good profit. And that's what made them fold their cards eventually in the long run. Which is a bummer. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But Hella Miles, thank you for the follow. We're at 591. 8 more follows. I'm sorry, 9 more follows hits the big 6-0. I'll have a special stream ready for you guys on that. And we'll also have discounted redeems down below. Speaking of New Super Game Station, Mega Man 3 Deathless is up there. I don't know if you want to put any points into that, buddy. And anybody else. And I got like several challenges up there. Mega Man 3 Deathless is up there. Why didn't you say you were alive? Oh, thank you for that. There you go. Yeah, there you go. This is an unscheduled stream, so unscheduled streams I never tell when I'm going to go live. It's a big maybe. And I don't want to, you know, and it's in the middle of the night, I don't want to post something in the Discord. I sometimes will, but unscheduled streams I normally don't, Churro. Normally I don't. The next few Saturdays I'll probably be doing that, though. Death Again, thank you for the follow. Surreal, Mana Storm, and, of course, Senior Spoons, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raids. I appreciate it. And Master Max, thank you for that subscription. And Super, thank you for the subscription to Alexander Rex. And hey, thank you for popping on in here to chat, Lady Alexander. It was a pleasure to meet you. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. If I do a stream tomorrow, it will be possibly, it'll possibly be a late one, because like an 8 till 10 one, or I might do another December one tomorrow night to play some more of this, since to make up for tomorrow evening, because normally I am scheduled to stream tomorrow, but unfortunately I am going to be hanging out with my dad tomorrow for a dinner, for his corporate dinner for Christmas. I did tell him I have a thing to do at 7, which is, of course, streaming, so I might be doing... If I don't do one, we might do a surprise stream tomorrow evening, Churro. We'll see. We might do a back-to-back one. We'll see what happens. But we got quite a few people in here, so let's send Thunderfoot Bros some raid, since he's not playing any of his redeemed games. He says, I guess he's drunk, so let's just surprise him, because, you know, why not? Just because, hey, he always says, CJ, I'm going to raid you one day. Yeah, I'm going to beat you to the punch. Because I know he's lurking in here. I see you, buddy. Or his brother Bacon, or both. But y'all have a Netflix... oh, really? Oh, yeah, I did read that, too. You're right. I did read about that. I might do Mission Critical as a game down the road, because I never played it. I'm probably going to have to look up a guide here and there, or ask the chat for aid, because it is a adventure game, and I'm kind of hit or miss with those. So, y'all have a good evening. I got to wrap it up because it is 3 o'clock, and I got to do paperwork and stuff here at work. So, I'll either catch you later this evening for Disgaea, or maybe somewhat, or something like that. We'll see. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you then.
Last stream I got confused for a second. The saying was on my stream. They talked about the Switch Online. Then, god damn